last ad.
Oral health. From routine cleanings and checkups to advanced cosmetics and restorative procedures, we offer a wide range of services in an environment that makes every visit a positive and comfortable experience. At Knoxville Smiles, it's about more than just treatments. We're focused on creating a welcoming environment where you feel like family. Our state-of-the-art facilities are designed with your comfort in mind, and our friendly staff is always ready to address your questions and concerns. Don't wait any longer to achieve a beautiful smile you deserve. Schedule your appointment at Knoxville Smiles today and take that first step towards a healthier, happier you. Call us at 865-539-1776 to book your appointment today, or just visit our website at knoxvillesmiles.com.
WKGN 1340. Go Vols!
You're tuned in to East Tennessee's premier sports radio call-in show. This is The Drive.
And hello, good afternoon, and welcome to another stellar edition of The Drive here on Fan Run Radio. Russell Smith punching the time clock at 3:01 on a Friday. Hey, it's time for the weekend, baby. I am ready. I know you all are as well. We got a lot to get into. You know, we are getting close to football time in Tennessee when the Sheik graces us with his presence live in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. Hello, John Hodge.
Hello. Good afternoon, sir.
Good to see you.
Oh, it's good to be back in East Tennessee where the people are friendly. The humidity's dialed in.
Back here amongst the evangelicals.
They got their regular season humidity.
Out of the desert. I mean, you got tanned, rested, and relaxed, man. It's a different kind of sunshine you guys are. You haven't met Walker Smith, who spent quite a bit of time.
Yes, we have.
Your neck of the woods.
We did.
You guys have already
Adnap and I filled in when you were getting your
that's
concussion.
right. Okay. All right. So you guys have already bonded over your time in the desert together.
Oh yeah. And every time when he would call in and I'd answer the phone, we would talk about Scottsdale or Arizona for about a minute, 2 minutes before we'd even get on.
Very good. Very good.
Could exchange numbers, I guess.
Yeah.
I spent about an hour out in your neck of the woods, the airport.
Did you?
Yeah.
I was
The
there.
gate agent, I was like, how hot is it? And she went and opened the door to the outside. She goes, come here. She opened it. It was just like opening the door to hell.
Yeah.
It was brutal.
It's a different kind of uncomfort. It's like being in the oven versus the sauna here. It's still hot. Hot is hot no matter where you go.
It's like I was at in Fort Worth, Texas a week or two ago at an old folks home visiting with some family. And I was talking to one of the nurses on the memory care ward down there. And because they'll always, the old folks will want to go outside. They're tired of being cooped up, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we'll tell them they can go outside. We just go over there and open the door for them and let them walk." And they're like, "No, I don't want to go outside."
Were you checking out the facilities for future references?
You always got to plan ahead, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's after the concussion a couple of weeks ago, some family members are talking about putting me in the memory care unit. So,
right.
It happens.
One of these days.
Well, Haji, it's good to see you, my friend. We got a lot to get into here today because football starts next week with players reporting on Monday. You've got the big season opening press conference on Tuesday, and then the first practice on Wednesday. And then we're into it, full-on countdown mode. I guess it's, 35 days from tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
Kickoff? So
indeed it is.
5 weeks. Very exciting time to be a Vol fan. Very exciting time for all of college football. I guess the big story today is President Trump, and we will, that's controversial. Just ordering, just saying those words on your sports radio show. So we'll try and just take the politics out of it. But I mean, it's the big talking point in college football is this executive order that Donald Trump has written. And without getting too far into the weeds, it's basically a very pro NCAA try and maintain the status quo, price control-y version of what he wants college football, his administration wants college football to be. And the bottom line is this is going to encounter lawsuits immediately, so it doesn't really have much effect. It's not like boom, we're reverting back to what college football was before NIL. Meanwhile, you've got Congress. The House yesterday passed a bill, essentially a law, that it is kind of the same type of thing. It won't pass the Senate, where I'm no constitutional law scholar, but as I recall, you got 60 votes, and we can't get 60% of Congress to agree on anything. So that's not going anywhere. Meanwhile, the schools, the conferences can't agree on scheduling, like 8 or 9 games, let a playoffs. They can't agree on a playoff structure, like how to do a college football playoff, let alone any type of rules on how the players are supposed to be paid and all that stuff, and what the punishments would be if you break those rules that we don't even have yet. So everyone's rolling up their sleeves and acting like they're getting stuff done, working really hard on solving all these big college football problems. But at the end of the day, we're just sort of spinning our wheels and nothing is getting done.
Right.
Except for here, where you've got Danny White and Dottie Plowman basically saying, hey,
Collective bargaining.
The only way we're going to be able to move forward on this is to call these kids employees, let them collectively bargain. And yeah, that opens up a whole other host of issues, but you could conceivably get it done. And, it's going to take a while, but that's what we got to do. And nobody wants to hear that, right? Because that would basically mean that the existing power structures, the schools, the conferences, the commissioners, all the suits basically would have to give up their job. It would mean them giving up their power and ultimately
that's
their money, which is the big thing about all of this. It's the money. And, they don't want to share it.
I mean, it's not they don't want to share it. They don't even want to give the players, because to me what it would mean would be you were acknowledging that the players have a seat at the table, because they'd have to unionize. But the players union has to have a seat at the table. They aren't losing all their power, but everybody that's involved in it, especially the talent, probably deserves a seat at the table.
I did get a kick, Haji, out of Alabama. Greg Byrne, the athletics director. Did you see the statement he issued? He basically said, we applaud President Trump for this is what we have been saying for a long time. There needs to be guardrails, all this stuff. It's basically like, we can't allow everybody else to be doing the stuff that we've been doing for the past 60 years.
Exactly.
That'll create a balanced playing field. We can't have that.
Yeah, I thought of Bama when I saw that, when it says the executive order says fans pay for play NIL deals from boosters and third parties. And I immediately went to Bama thinking, yeah, that's what we want, because we are the kings of that. We'll show you where it's at. The problem is it went from we should pay the players straight to free agency and $1 million deals with no structure, right?
Yeah.
Because you can walk out on a deal.
Yeah,
Apparently,
but
if you're a
the cure
quarterback
for
in
that
Tennessee.
is collective bargaining, because that's where you set all the rules that all parties have to abide by.
Now,
with deadlines and structure.
the interesting
need
thing
it.
about Trump's executive order and then the law that Congress is trying to get passed, which are two separate things, but very similar, is that they would basically give antitrust exemption to the colleges to do this, which would mean that it can't be like, you can't sue about it and it can't go to court because it's settled law. There is a part of me that's like, I liked college football the way it was back in the day, and that would be better. I'm not saying that they completely exploited. There obviously should be revenue sharing, NIL, stuff like that.
Right.
But there is part of me is like, you know what? I mean, that feels like it is giving too much power to the schools, not enough power to the players and the individual in this, which is kind of my basic guiding philosophy in life, is like the individual should be empowered here. But I like college football. I like to see organization and conferences that make sense and leagues that make sense.
Well,
and
sure.
what we've seen the past couple of years and the way it's going doesn't make a lot of sense to those of us who grew up loving this sport.
I got you there, but it was I kind of like indentured servitude. Yeah, the players were, they should have dealt with this 25 years ago.
Well, they
when
don't
big
have to
money
play.
started
They
rolling.
don't have to play. It's not indentured servitude. Like, they can walk. They don't have to play football. Maybe
That's where the
you
antitrust
create
stuff
a
comes in.
semi-pro type situation. The hole is there for
Well, that would
another
completely
league.
kill college sports as we know it.
Again,
is that
don't
what
want to see
everybody
that
wants?
happen, but it's like, damn it, you done it to yourself.
But until they come up with something that's legally binding, the Congress passes a law, or I don't know, is what Trump signed legally binding?
Yeah, we didn't have the transfer issues back then, though, right?
No.
So people couldn't just willy-nilly just change schools all the time. So that's one thing you'd like to keep in to that old piece, right? Or if you're going to transfer, you had to transfer, you had to sit out a year, right?
Yeah. Well, it gets into, are you going to have contracts, that are going to be enforceable? Is it a 1-year deal, a 2-year deal? And it certainly seems like here at Tennessee, whether you're talking about Nico Iamaleava or Boo Carter, that these are very much transactional year-to-year relations, and not even year-to-year, like
Semester to semester.
exactly.
Yeah, day to day in the case of Boo. What's wild is everybody's all so wound up, gets all torqued out about the NIL and these kids are making too much money and all that, when I think the bigger problem and what's brought about more issues, it's a transfer portal alongside immediate eligibility. That's been weaponized with the NIL money, but the biggest problem facing college football is the transfer portal.
Don't disagree.
You think that's the biggest problem? You think that's bigger than?
I think that's a
money.
bigger threat to competition than money right now. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, if you can just quit and go somewhere else for an extra income.
That's the thing, is they're not mutually exclusive.
No.
The transfer portal and the money thing go hand in hand.
Nico thought he was going to do that, right? He was going to get a.
No. He just did it for family.
He wanted to be closer to his family.
Money didn't have anything to do with it.
How would Brian give family?
Yeah, it was all about his family. Which, is his family going to get? Can he just say that he's going to play for the Chargers or the Rams because his family doesn't want to move again, and then his family gets to have access to an NFL team? Like, at what
I don't
point
know.
does he?
Mark the tape. I think 5 years from now, probably be playing professional volleyball.
By the way, I was just told something that blew my mind. Caden Martin, T's kid. Remember that recruit? Remember what a hotshot football and baseball prospect he was?
Yeah.
And he went to Miami because at the time, Tony Vitello's baseball program hadn't blown up, and our
He chose
football
poorly.
program was Chernobyl.
Moribund. Yes.
And so he goes to Miami, and I guess he's still got eligibility. You know where Caden Martin is right now? He's playing quarterback at MTSU.
Caden Martin is?
Yes.
Is that going to raise, or are we
I don't know.
We're going to gnash our teeth if he has some kind of incredible year down there?
It would be eye-raising. I'd not exactly hold my breath for it. None of us knew that he was still playing college athletics, let alone what sport, let alone where.
What's wild is, if I'm not mistaken, and I may be, but I'm pretty sure he quit playing football in high school to concentrate on baseball.
Was that what it was? I've slept since then, but I remember
I thought there was something about it, but like he chose baseball. I want to say, I'll call Coach Moore.
we wanted him. We wanted him in orange,
But yeah,
son of Timoris.
the prince that was promised.
Easier to
Both of
throw a
us,
check down than to hit a curveball, though, maybe at the college level.
I guess that's what he's. Wasn't he left-handed too? Was
I
this
think
deal?
so. Yeah.
Left-handed quarterback, sometimes a tough fit.
Yeah.
Was he a pitcher?
I believe so.
I think he pitched, but in high school, you'll see those kids.
Go do
do it
everything.
all.
they'll
Yeah.
play almost every position except
Right.
for catcher usually. So,
So baseball didn't work out at Miami, and now he's giving football a try at MTSU. Anyway, as life goes on outside all around you, as Bob Dylan once sang, we've got football with all its problems. It's still back, and we're still excited about it here at The Drive and Fan Run Radio. We've got a full slate of boomers ahead, complete with a messy agent switch.
I saw that. I'm ready to talk about that one.
Well, we're going to talk about that, and we'll just go ahead and put the poll in the field as we head into the weekend. Because I think just go ahead and cut ties. It ain't worth the drama. I think that feeling is starting to build. Which when this stuff started leaking out over the past weekend,
right,
and then Monday it had gone to a full-on conflagration or whatever.
Right.
What is your word?
Conflagration.
Conflagration. It was
An inferno.
at the beginning, people were like, "No, you got to do whatever you got to do to keep Boo. We need Boo."
Yeah, he's a top flight player, blue chipper.
And now I think there's more people's like, you know what, this juice ain't worth the squeeze here.
It's just not worth it because you're not. I mean, that's it in a nutshell. Juice isn't worth the squeeze there. So, and I imagine, I mean, as buttoned down as the Heupel program is, they aren't wanting to start Monday morning. I mean, really, football season for them, opens Monday morning as soon as those guys get to the office. It's first week. I mean, do you want this hanging over you on
I
Monday?
think the sand's filtering out of the hourglass probably till by Sunday. I think you'd almost have to have a
that's a
decision,
good one, Haji.
right? You don't want to start
Days of our lives.
no more
Sands
drama.
through
We
the
don't need.
hourglass.
You got and unity's key when you're an 8-win team or a 9-win team. It's the one of the edges is how close you are as a team and all for one mentality. And it sounds like the players are buttoned up in that. They don't really want to deal with that. And
Well, I mean, that's where you get to a real dilemma for Heupel is that, the coaches, I'm sure him and Wilmo would love to have, Boo back there starting and
100%.
but not
But
at the expense
he got
of
into a little tussle, right? And got his feelings hurt, it sounds like, and just left.
Allegedly.
And not communicating. I don't know if that's what the straw was, but
And
back in the day, that's how it was on a team.
and I'm sure they could talk about it ain't about money. I saw that was part of the CBS article. We'll give you the 411 on that coming up here. But if it ain't about money, why are you switching agents?
Yeah, and when I read that article, I was like, yeah, this is done.
It's all about money for the agents, guaranteed.
I don't know if it's
Yeah.
done. I mean, we'll talk about it, but and we'll put the poll in the field. I mean, what do you do if you're Josh Heupel? Do you work through this and try and do what you got to do to keep him on the team, or do you go ahead and give him a bus ticket and an apple, as Dewey Warren used to say?
I don't know because remove yourself from all of this. He's making a humongous mistake career-wise. He's listening, it's huge mistake.
And as we mentioned, Nico opens his pie hole 3 months later.
Wearing his baby
He
blue
can
suit.
speak after all. Okay, and we'll hear from.
He looks lean. Did you notice that?
I mean, he's always been skinny.
Well, no, I mean he looks like he's lost weight since last year.
He looked about the same to me.
I thought he looked very fragile.
What's the temperature around him now? Is it going to get cool? I mean, some people are like, oh, he's still a VFL. We love it.
I don't think
Yeah,
there's much of
VFL,
that.
bro.
I'm saying Heupel is saying, I appreciate Nico. He's taking the high road, obviously. The fans are not going to do that. But is there anything are we all going to pull against UCLA? Of course I am. I don't know how everybody feels about it, but
I'm not going to go out of my way. I think nature will take care of itself. He has no offensive line, and he went to a team that was they finished
5-7.
Yeah,
and they finished strong to get there. Yeah.
The bottom of the Big Ten.
I honestly, I don't care. Like I'm not gonna. I haven't watched much UCLA football at all the past couple of years. I don't intend to start watching just because he's over there now. Like I'll keep it. I'll track their seat, like just out of curiosity. I wonder how he's doing over there. Don't wish him well. Don't wish him ill. It's just, I mean, it's whatever. I'm sure there's a lot of listeners who wish him ill.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right, coming up, we'll open up the phone lines here, 865-966-3435, your phone number to call or text the show today, 865-966-3435. It is Fan Run Radio, Friday afternoon edition of the show, and we're back with more right after this.
The Drive.
Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Download the free Fan Run app and take the best Tennessee sports conversations with you wherever you go.
Where are the best ribs in the Volunteer State? Rickard Ridge. Who has the best barbecue catering packages in East Tennessee? Rickard Ridge. And where's the most beautiful setting to enjoy a meal with family and friends? Rickard Ridge. Rickard Ridge Barbecue. Just a quick ride up I-75, take exit 134, hang a right, and Rickard Ridge is on your left, just inside Cove Lake State Park.
Is your smile ready for the spotlight? Hi, I'm Dr. Jacob Wilco, and at Knoxville Smiles, we make every visit a reason to smile. From routine cleanings to dazzling cosmetic treatments, our experienced team uses the latest technology to keep your teeth healthy and your smile bright. With a warm, welcoming atmosphere and personalized care, we're here to make sure you leave feeling your best. Don't wait. Your perfect smile is just a call away. Book your appointment today at 865-539-1776 or online at knoxvillesmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Listen up. This is Thomas Miles, nephew Tommy. Okay, now, fellas, let's be adults for a minute. Let me ask you something. When the lights go down in the bedroom, are you still clocking in, or is the equipment on strike? Look, erectile dysfunction is real. It can mess with your mood, your confidence, and don't even talk about the side-eye you get from your lady. But there's good news. Men's Pro Knoxville has licensed medical providers who specialize in turning oh no into let's go. And forget those same old pills. They don't work for everybody. These folks have options most men don't even know exist. Your consultation, just $99. Blood work, consult, and maybe even a test dose if the doc says so. They got an in-house lab, so you'll know where you stand in minutes, not days. So stop stressing. Call 865-544-8220 or hit menspronknoxville.com. Men's Pro Knoxville. Making it happen.
Ready to launch your career? Axel Logistics is a leading third-party logistics company where excellence is an energy. With an award-winning culture, Axel proves that positive outcomes come from a positive environment and a work hard, play hard mentality. At Axel, the drive for success is infectious. And with an uncapped commission structure, hard work isn't just noticed, it's rewarded. For those with big goals and even bigger dreams, Axel Logistics is the place to start your career.
Good afternoon. It's gotten heavier already. I-40 West here at 17th Street, Alcoa Highway, building pretty good. Already pushing back into Blount County, right in front of the airport. We saw some radar out there earlier as you come through that stretch of Blount County. Also radar north of Knoxville on 75 as you head up through Anderson throughout Campbell County. We've seen some rain showers up through there earlier as well. Check engine light on. Knuckle Busters Amco. Well, check it out for free. Google search Knuckle Busters Amco Knoxville. That's Amco serving East Tennessee since 1962. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
Fan Run Radio, the drive continues. 105.7 FM, 1340 AM, online, fanrunradio.com, your free Fan Run app, a variety of ways for you to experience the program today. The Sheik, John Hodge, hanging out with us in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. Coming up, if you got any gambling questions, you want any advice or anything, you can ask the Sheik today, 865-966-3435, your phone number. If you've got a question for him, we'll be getting his thoughts on Tennessee and the over-under win total at 8.5, some of the early season betting lines, picks, trends, all that good stuff as we roll along here this afternoon. But getting into the Boo Carter mess, and it is kind of a mess at this point. What should Josh Heupel do with Boo Carter, who has gone AWOL?
Is it in the field yet?
No. I patience. We'll get it. Okay. We'll get it in there. CBS Sports, Richard Johnson, Chris Hummer, and John Talty. I mean, you know it's a big story when you've got three writers combining.
Yeah. Talty, they had Talty on there.
What did we do with the News Sentinel? Had one of those a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, it was
where it was like Sparks, Whetstone. Yeah, it was the Grant Firkin.
Yeah,
debacle.
you had Wilson, Sparks,
and Mike Wilson. Yes, all of them.
the three. You got those three right in an article about you. It's probably not good.
This is Woodward and Bernstein time.
Yeah, either that or you've gone out in a blaze of glory, saving a lot of people, and you're dead.
So they write, Boo Carter remains away from the team. Not a lot that we didn't know. A program source tells CBS Sports that Carter's absence is, quote, not a Nico situation, has nothing to do with name, image, and likeness, nor revenue share compensation. Instead, the tension between the two sides stems from what Tennessee and its leadership council consider multiple team violations. While he's been away from the team, Carter has also obtained a new agent, hiring Omar Cooper, who also represents Utah Jazz first-round pick Ace Bailey, according to Cooper's Instagram feed. Bailey and Carter are both from Chattanooga. They're childhood friends. So that's where the tie is. When reached for comment by CBS Sports, his apparently former agent, Isaac Connor, highlighted the lack of clarity about the situation. Quote, I did represent Boo. Right. However, I'm not sure I still do, Connor wrote in a text message. He has been non-responsive, and so
that's when I read that. It's like, it's not just, I don't think this ends well.
No. Now, Walker, didn't you recently watch Jerry Maguire?
I did.
Isn't there a scene in that movie where Tom Cruise's character, Jerry Maguire, he's got like the hotshot draft prospect going into the NFL draft, but he doesn't know that prospect is signed with another agent? The family didn't tell him?
Oh,
this is a Jerry Maguire situation.
It was, what's his name? Jay Moore?
It was Jerry O'Connell's character, the quarterback.
Yes.
Yeah.
Basically, like Jerry went up to him, the whole quote of, my word is oak. Quote from his dad being like, no, we don't have to sign anything, don't worry. And then he goes later right before the draft, and his the other guy who has fired him and his competitor actually signed him. So it's a little similar to that, just kind of switched agents out of nowhere.
Moore plays a good weasel, doesn't he?
He does.
Yeah.
Really good.
Very weaselly faced.
Ghost as well.
Yeah. Was he in Ghost?
No, that was Tony Mayer.
It looks like Jay Moore.
A little bit. Tony
that's
Mayer.
right.
Tried to move in on Demi after.
exactly.
Or no, Tony
Patrick
Goldwyn.
Swayze
Spilled something on his
passed.
shirt.
Tony Goldwyn. He's the grandson of the Goldwyn Mayer.
He plays a good.
There's those actors with just the punchable face, man. You got
He
to
plays
have
a
those
good
guys.
guy in Law and Order now. He's a really good actor.
He's good.
He can play either good or bad.
Sign of a good one.
Are you guys familiar with who Omar Cooper is and exactly like kind of his agent history? Especially recently.
He had the first round draft pick this year, right?
So he was the representative of Ace Bailey, and I believe it was Sharif O'Neal, or in a previous draft. And Ace Bailey had basically been a lock through the entire process to go top 3. He has Omar Cooper represent him now, and Omar Cooper advises him not to go on any workouts, not visit with any teams, basically shut down.
That sounds familiar.
And pick the teams that you want to go to. And basically ends up dropping a couple spots in the draft and goes to a team who he didn't even want to go to, didn't even work out for. And now it's a questionable situation of like, well, no one knows what this kid is.
He's on the Shadur Sanders plan, not cooperating with potential employers who are going to pay you 7-8 figures.
I mean, is this what we're doing here with Boo, where his new agent has told him, hey, don't talk to him. Like They need you more than you need them. Let them sweat. Let them sweat it out this weekend. Don't worry about the media and all this stuff. And eventually they'll come crawling back to you.
Exactly.
I don't see that happening. I mean, we let our
think it
five-star
should.
quarterback go.
I don't see it happening.
I mean, after spring practice or right before the spring game, spring practice was closed out. Our starting quarterback who took us to the playoffs.
Well, again, maybe that's the play is what are they going to do? Kick you off the team? Okay, then you're more likely to be able to get eligible at another school immediately because your scholarship was revoked or whatever. There's a lot of speculation trying to figure out what their intentions are in all of this. But I go back to like the fact that their old agent doesn't know he's been fired, you just dropped him and signed on with another agent, is indicative of immaturity, lack of accountability, lack of class.
Yeah.
He's not talking to anybody.
No,
Right.
no.
Except his new agent.
You switch agent. You switch agents all the time. You pick up the phone, you call the guy, say, "Hey, man, we're going in a different direction. I appreciate you. We'll talk to you later."
And you definitely do not just stop showing up for work and not communicate with your supervisors.
He just saw
Which
that
there
happen
is-
in the
which-
spring. That what does he think it's a good idea? It's a power move
I
now because
don't-
Nico's
I-
happy to be playing now. He's happy to be on the West Coast. So boo. If you search Boo Carter on Twitter, the first things that come up are Colorado, mom,
Well, yeah, but I mean,
and gang.
here's the
Funny.
thing: if you're Tennessee,
Gang.
what if you just don't cut him? I mean, you just leave him stashed on the roster because he can't really. I mean, he would have to initiate leaving.
Yeah, well, don't cut indefinite suspension.
Yeah,
From
you're still a
team
member of our
activities.
team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wink at him. Your move. But I mean, if he's pulling that Todd play, I mean, if you want to go scorched earth, but then other teams will use that against you probably. But I mean, there are ways to. Tennessee's not powerless in all this.
No. And when I saw Omar Cooper's name linked to this kid, linked to Boo Carter now, like it kind of like with the track record Cooper has, it kind of brings up a bigger issue of like the way that these agents now with this unlimited access to these college kids are able to manipulate them and kind of have like basically be like the angel or the devil on their shoulder telling them like, hey, this is what we're going to do to make you get into the best situation. We just saw it, a similar situation with Nico a couple months ago where it wasn't really Nico's decision. It was more his agent or his dad pushing him to do a certain thing. And these kids, like they're younger than me. They don't know what the best thing to do in this situation is. They're going to go with what their agent tells them to do.
Maybe that avoids the schools getting in trouble for tampering if the agents are doing it.
Exactly.
And these agents are sleazy.
They are.
Well, yeah, but
And
you can. That's
they're
another.
predatory,
Of course.
and they clearly sense weakness and not weakness, but a situation that they can manipulate to their
Leverage.
benefit.
Yeah, opportunity for them.
And the player and his family are the ones that end up suffering.
It may not be the money for Boo, but the agent it is. He's got a new agent. Of course, that's the first thing he's going to try to do is get as much money as he can.
Yeah.
I wonder how much he's been paid. I wonder how that all works.
right,
Like
that's
how
where
they how their pay periods run. That's what I mean. That's
And
what it is. Is it
agents-
monthly or
What were his duties in the NIL program? What was he
I
supposed to
don't
do?
know. The other insane part about it is, and I've seen some NFL players talking about it. They're like blown away when they find out the percentage that college agents are allowed to charge.
It's a good point about the money, and is like Boo Carter. This is something that Heupel might be thinking. It's like, man, we might have tied up $1 million in this one player that we could have spent on a player of equal talent or 3 other players, and I'm going to just kick him off the team before the season. He's already been paid that money. We can't go after to recoup it really, and it's too late to add other players.
I wonder if he's been paid the entire amount though.
Well, there was
Surely
they had to get it in before the July 1st
Oh,
switch over.
Mhm.
They were front loading those
when they
contracts.
start missing practice July 8th.
not.
It's funny how that worked out right
A week
after 4th
later.
of July weekend.
Well.
Yeah. This is why we need collective bargaining and everybody to sit down at the table, and because it won't work until everybody agrees.
I just hope that he's talking to somebody behind the scenes at Tennessee, because it's just, if not, it's going to end poorly. But I just feel like if he would reach out, man up, and then have a conversation, say, look, if you had trouble in the locker room, whatever, we can work that all out. Just don't be flying off the handle just because you want to do something, and be right about it.
As the Beatles said, we can work it out.
Yeah.
And as George said, all things must pass. Maybe time to cut ties.
He did say that. As John said, I'm just sitting here watching the wheels go round and round, and the poll's in the field, Bear. Cut him or keep him.
Let's go helter skelter.
36 votes cast, less than 1% of precincts reporting 56% say keep him, 44% say cut him.
This is a tough one, and I think it's also going to be it's looking through the lens of the Nico situation, where we probably would have been better this year had they worked that out, and we just kept him around for one more year until we get Faison Brandon in here.
Don't forget, I like Joey, so we'll talk about that later. I don't think we drop off that much.
I was
my fingers crossed, Bear, but UCLA's got the 27th best quarterback room. We're 47th according to Phil Steele.
What the hell does he
and
know?
there's no way that's absurd to be 47th. There's going to be 46 more productive offenses than ours, and no chance. So,
yeah,
I got my feelings on Joey here in a bit.
I'll thread the needle here a little bit on the Boo thing. I'm very much leaning towards cut him. This isn't worth it. But the exception would be like if he's ready to come crawling back, like we shouldn't go begging him.
No, not crawling back, but if he's willing to come back and like a man,
if he's willing to stand up in front of the team, take responsibility, apologize, and commit to the season,
and get to
I'm
work,
not going to be a distraction off the field, then I would consider it. But I'd also, like, at that point, you're kind of on a zero tolerance policy here.
Yeah.
Like if you're late for so much as a position group meeting, then you're done. Pack your bags.
Double secret probation. Yeah. I was a quick cut Nico guy, but I'm not as quick right now for some reason. I just think it can be worked out because you said, like you said, the money may not be the problem. It's a personality issue, maybe. I don't know. But.
The CBS Sports Report has the note in there about sources say it's not a Nico thing, it's not a money thing, it's about the team violations. Bullcrap. I'm calling BS on that. It might be somewhat about that, but it is also very much a money thing. Why is the guy changing agents? You don't change agents for.
Well, no, that's
a money thing.
A sign of much bigger issues.
Yeah.
Like this whole,
It makes you think his old agent was giving him good advice. He didn't want to hear it. Probably.
And these kids keep trying this stuff with it, and maybe they should never have caved to Ricky Gibson. Maybe that's what opened the door. Because remember, he pulled this right before spring practice, and it sounded like he got taken care of. Nico tried it right before the spring game. We saw how that ended out, and then Boo Carter's tried this right before practice. So these guys are obviously being coached by their agents to utilize leverage and
to
make the ask right before they're absolutely needed.
So,
and
what are you going to do?
Maybe this has happened at other schools, but this is 3 different players in about 5 months that have tried to strong arm Tennessee into paying them more money.
I wonder if we would have taken care of Ricky Gibson had Jermod McCoy not blown out his ACL in January.
I think that was part of the leverage. I think it's part of why he did what he did when he did it. It's because he knew
pretty
that
soon
we were
after, right?
I think he knew that we were desperate. There's an opportunity to stick us up, and he took it.
Well, that's the other thing.
That volunteer spirit, man, you got to love it.
Who would you rather have, Ricky Gibson or Boo Carter?
Well, let's say we're a top 15 defense still, but he might change he might decide a game with a punt return. I mean,
if they're both dialed in, probably Boo because he's more versatile.
I mean, Gibson's not far off of Jermod.
No.
I mean, he shut.
They're both great players.
He shut Ryan Williams down. He
need them both.
He didn't even really make a mistake. He gave up one catch last year to Ryan Williams. Just was one of those plays where you couldn't stop him. He scored a touchdown, but other than that, they shut Ryan Williams down.
Speaking of feel-good, heartwarming stories of young athletes that are in it for the right reasons, Nico Iamaleava takes center stage yesterday at Big Ten Media Days. The first time we have heard from Nico since he left Tennessee under a cloud of controversy several months ago, right around the time of the orange and white game. Let's hear from Nico yesterday at, what is this, at Vegas, where they had Big Ten Media Days, I believe?
Yes, sir.
We don't have it? No. All right. So I can paraphrase for you. So basically, Nico was asked about his time at Tennessee, and he says, look, there's a lot of misperception out there. it had nothing to do with money. It was all about my family. He went full Brian Kelly, and we had to get, back closer to home so that he played the Samoan card. In the Samoan culture, family's very important, and I just wanted to come home.
He didn't have a choice but to say that.
His nose was not growing when he said this. I disagree,
It's not
man.
true.
Like,
it's not true.
I disagree. It's like you do have a choice in how you've had months to prepare for this moment. Eventually you're going to be in front of the microphones and you're going to have to ask those questions. You're going to have to answer those questions about why you left Tennessee. And I think you can thread the needle with proper coaching is like, hey, I love my time at Tennessee. I'm not going to get into the specifics. There's a lot of things that were going on. Getting back to playing in family was part of it, but college sports is a business, and I had to do what was best for me and my family.
Less is more in that situation, right?
Yeah.
The less you say, the better. Yeah. He looks better that way.
But I think when you go out there and say flat out, money had nothing to do with it, you're kind of insulting the intelligence, not just of Tennessee fans, but of college football fans in general. It was obviously about the money, man. Either own it or beat around the bushes, but don't look in the camera and lie to all of us.
Well, but if you think about it, what's he supposed to say? Because it makes him look especially dumb that they ended up where they ended up. Because he's not only did he not get a bump from Tennessee, he cut his money in half by the time California state income tax gets done.
That's what I was getting at, is why he had to stick to that story, basically, because it's obviously in real life, it's not about money, but he has to say whatever he has to say to save face, but because it didn't work out, and that's why these other guys, why would they test Tennessee's patience again with the same situation? It cost Nico his job and a lot of money.
Well, he played his hand really poorly too. If he was going to do this, he should have jumped back at the end of December. And then wherever he landed, there have been a lot more spots for him to
He was
land
miserable when he was loading his truck, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. He didn't want to leave.
I don't know.
I think
I don't buy into all that.
I don't think he wanted to leave, though. The point being, he didn't want to leave. Tennessee.
I don't think he cared.
I don't think he wanted to leave.
I don't think he really cared.
I think he cared. He knows that he's getting less money. You're probably not super excited to be back closer to your control freak of a father. You know that you're playing for a worse team in a difficult league. And I think he's a kid at the end of the day. He's like, you heard the way Aaron Carter talked about him. He said, that's my brother. I love him and all that stuff. He had friends. You went to school here for 2 years, man. He had friends. He had a relationship with everything we heard, like Heupel, Halsley. He loved those guys, man. He's developing in our system. It's his dad that told him to do it.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was miserable or not, but I don't think he wanted to go. I think he's very much disappointed. Like, if you hooked him up to the fan run lie detector, I think he would have loved to have still been here.
Yeah. And I think it goes back similar to the Boot Carter situation, is that when you look at it, we're not actually dealing with the player. We're dealing with the agent and what the agent is telling the player to do. And these players, they're being paid a lot, but we got to remember they are just college kids, and they probably have no idea how to make those decisions themselves. And we're dealing with the agents who are going to be making those decisions. And when an agent walks up to Nico or walks up to Boot Carter and tells him this is what we're doing, it would take a lot of maturity for someone at that young of an age to stand up to them and be like, no, I want to stay here. I know what's best in this situation, not the agent who's helped me get this money or my family who's helped me get in this position myself.
I'll tell you another common thread here in all this stuff is, it's easy to blame the kid. It's easy to blame the agent. Common thread here, the crazy parents.
Yeah.
100%.
Nico's dad and Boo's mom do not seem to be giving, sound parental advice.
No, not at all.
And there's not much that can be done about that, but other than to just acknowledge it and say that's a shame.
Because they both damaged their reputations. Boo could conceivably salvage his.
There needs to be a counselor on campus to teach kids how to deal with.
There's going to be, it's going to affect Nico going into the draft. they're going to ask him all about what happened. What was the breakdown at Tennessee?
I mean, whether there's a shred of truth to it or not, there are rumors out there right now. Haji just said, like, you Google Boo Carter, one of the first things that's come up is gang. So, I mean, that's out there now. Whether it's, and maybe there is zero truth to it. I don't know, but that's out there. So NFL teams, if he gets to that point, are absolutely going to, hey, dude, like, there are rumors that you're in a gang.
Yeah.
Like, what's up with that? And you can say that's bull crap. You can say maybe there's I have friends back home who have gang ties or something, but those NFL teams are going to do their homework. They're going to find out,
Well, sure,
regardless of what you say to them. So, like, that's not a good thing.
His mom flatly denied the gang had anything to do with it, right?
But take her at a word. But
the language she used was sort of like the Hunter Biden interview. And he's just throwing stuff out there, so it makes you kind of wonder whether the source.
Well, let's hope he doesn't have any Hunter Biden ties.
That would be bad.
That would not be good. All right, coming up, we'll get to some phone calls and texts. 865-966-3435, your number to get on the show with us today, 966-3435. What do you think about this Boo Carter stuff? Do you keep him or do you cut him? And Nico speaking out to me, it just shows Tennessee might not be better off in the short term, but in the long term, you want your quarterback to be honest. And unfortunately, Nico was far from honest. We also have a 5-star prospect that Tennessee is in the hunt for, might be in the lead for, announcing his decision date. We'll hit on that for you. A lot to get to. Stay with us. It's more Fan Run Radio coming up.
The Drive. Congratulations. You found sports radio that doesn't suck. This is Fan Run Radio. Knoxville.
Are you looking for a treat that will knock it out baseball team? Crumble brings the best lineup week to week with an expanded roster that includes key lime pie, strawberry cake, or my personal favorite, Monster featuring M&M candies. Let Crumble treat you to the best cookies in the game. Download the Crumble app and start earning rewards. You can even vote monthly on what flavors you would like to see at any store of your choice. Warmer weather is here, so get to the ballpark, but don't miss the cookies.
Citizens National Bank.
We make it easy to save money. Get access to thousands of discounts on shopping, dining, and travel with the CNB Plus Perks account. It's a powerful new way to save money with roadside assistance, cell phone protection, identity theft protection, and credit monitoring. Banking at CNB has its perks. Call or stop by a branch for more details.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
When it's past high noon, it's time for a vodka soda made with a vodka you've actually heard of. I'm talking White Claw vodka soda made with White Claw premium vodka. JB Smooth only drinks vodka soda made with the world's smoothest vodka.
And you can too. Pick you up a bottle of the triple wave filtered vodka that's been distilled 5 times. White Claw premium vodka comes in 4 flavors: black cherry, mango, pineapple, and just vodka. You haven't had vodka like this. No one has. White Claw premium vodka. Please drink responsibly. Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game. Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
Good afternoon. Steady flow of traffic right now. I-40 over here at the Holston River Bridge as that gets a little bit heavier. Trying to get out through East Knox County, headed out towards Sevier County, up into Jefferson County through the Dandridge area. There was some troopers out earlier as it builds 40 west here at 17th Street, trying to get out of downtown, working your way back out towards West Knoxville. Fostering Hope 2025 Gala coming up August the 2nd at the Bridgewater Event Center in Knoxville. Help the foster kids here in East Tennessee. FosteringHopeTN.com. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
Back here on the Drive, Fan Run Radio. Russell Smith alongside Bear and Walker Smith, special in-studio guest. He is the Sheik. You know him from the Cover Boys radio show, heard right here on Fan Run Radio for a couple of years, going all the way back. We were just reminiscing back in the day, old Horn Radio.
Yeah.
Back off Watt Road. Good times.
Yeah, 40 and 19 that year, too.
Yeah. So what are the all-time picks?
107 and 53 for 3 years.
Woo.
Oof is right. No pressure.
What percent is that?
66.8.
66%.
That's pretty good.
That's not just a random claim either.
Let me ask you a question,
documented.
Haji.
Go, buddy.
When did this half point business get introduced into sports betting?
What are you doing?
And
how many times do we have to explain this to you?
I think it's completely unfair and ought to be illegal.
What?
You'll see FanDuel rarely will have any line that's not a half a point. They want action on both sides. They want a winner. Okay. So if it's a 3-point line, so many NFL games especially finish on that 3. So they want 2.5 or 3.5 because they want a winner to decide it on all the wagers. They don't want pushes. They don't want to void bets and refund
You're
money.
speaking Greek. Like he does half points, winners, pushes. These words mean nothing to Bear. He doesn't understand.
If Tennessee's
gambling.
a 3-point favorite over Alabama and Tennessee wins by 3, that's a push. If it lands on the number, that's a push. So that voids the bet, basically. You get your money back. So if you take Tennessee -3 and they win by 3, you get your money back, and the Alabama bettors get their money back too. So that's why the books would rather have 2.5. So
so somebody wins.
It's by 3, there's a winner. Yeah, or 3.5. So the plus 3.5s would win.
That makes sense.
Mhm.
Sort of.
Same with totals.
It's just to avoid ties and refunded money, basically.
Nobody wants to tie.
No. It's
Yes,
America.
I want fairness.
We don't tie here.
Pat Dye wanted a few.
Yeah.
Johnny didn't mind a couple.
No.
The
don't
best
miss
game
them,
I
though.
ever went to on the road was a tie, Auburn, 89, I
91.
believe.
God, that thing felt like getting your fingernails pulled out, dude. What are you talking
I
about?
stood up the whole time. JJ McCleskey's parents sitting right behind us. He drops. What did he do? He dropped one in the end zone or let them get a 2-pointer at the gun to tie it. Something, but I
We
don't.
overlooked.
But I stood
JJ's
up the whole
few
time,
mistakes.
loud. Auburn's a great place to go to a football game. If you're going to pick one, I would
We
recommend
should have
it.
won that game, though.
Yes, we were led the whole game. They tied us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Felt
And
like a loss.
Berkey missed a 37-yarder. He had a shot to
Got
win
hit
it.
with a Gatorade bottle on national television.
The audacity of people to do that, throw things on
I
the
know,
field.
it's-
Imagine.
It's scandalous.
Oh, man.
The great story coming out of that was Carl Pickens was critical of the coaching staff and the play calling after the game in the locker room. And I can't remember who the coaches were, but, you know, Carl Pickens was a star, man,
Yeah.
a great NFL wide receiver. And the star treatment there was like, you did not hit or tackle your star wide receiver in those days. And so the next, like he'd gone off on the coaches after the game.
Yeah.
Monday, whoever the defensive coordinator was tells one of the walk-on defensive backs, he said, all right, we're going to run this play in the first team period, and Pickens is going to come on a crossing route, and you just go ahead and lay him out. Put your helmet underneath his chin strap, pop him. And so here comes play, and, you know, Pickens, nobody's going to touch him. He's not even going full speed.
Yeah.
This walk-on just comes and decapitates him, just knocks him in the dirt. And they said, everybody nobody said a word, just got up, and all the players went back to their huddles. And Pickens is just laying there in the dirt, like, what? What just happened? You're going to let him do me like that? And it was like,
Yeah.
get back in the huddle, 15.
Welcome to football.
That's the way they handled stuff back in the day.
Back in 89.
Yeah.
Story
90.
spread all over in
Yeah.
90. But yeah. They didn't get, wasn't a big secret over there.
Early poll results here. We have a poll question in the field. Should Josh Heupel in Tennessee cut ties with Boo Carter or work to get him back on the team? And we are split, ladies and gentlemen. 192 votes cast. We are settling in here. 51.6% of the audience says keep him. 48.4% say cut him. So a very divisive topic here this afternoon on The Drive.
Well, yeah. I mean, he's a playmaker. He's a guy that when he gets the ball in his hands, when he's got the ball in his hands, he can change a game in one play. And when he's playing defense, he can, within the span of one play, change the outcome of the game. I mean, he's a difference maker. Yes, we'd love to have him, but you can't use a guy if he's not. I mean, I don't even put it on Tennessee. It doesn't sound like this guy wants to be a part of the team.
Can't let him set a precedent, right? So other players see what happens and they're going to try the same thing over and over again.
I don't think he's coming back. I mean, I don't think it's a precedent so much.
Doesn't seem like.
I mean, it's kind of got the feeling he dumped us.
Yeah, he broke up. But I still holding hope that there's some conversations behind closed doors and they haven't reached anything, so they're going to figure it out. Let's talk about it Monday, maybe. We'll see.
Bobby says if he expresses remorse to the leadership council and they accept him back, go for it. If those guys think it's addition by subtraction, cut him. I feel like it's just about that simple. We'll get to your phone calls coming to hour number one. Just flew by. Top 4 at 4 when we continue right here on Fan Run Radio.
The Drive.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
Yee-haw! I've been hooting and hollering ever since I started betting with the VIP Play app. VIP Play has more than 200 leagues, every bet type you can imagine, live betting and live hosts, all with 24/7 support from real live people when you need them. Start betting better with the VIP Play app today.
Don't be a better, be a better with VIP Play today.
Download VIP Play today or head to VIPPlayApp.com. Make sure you use the promo code FANRUN to take advantage of their welcome bonus and so they know that we sent you. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-8899-789. Must be 21 or older and located in Tennessee to bet.
Hey Knoxville, Surfside iced tea and vodka made with real brewed tea is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar with no bubbles and no troubles. That's right, zero carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. Headed to a game day or party at a friend's house? Bring an iced tea or lemonade variety pack from Surfside or try their green tea and new raspberry tea vodka. Find the can with the sunset stripes this season. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sunshine in a can. Must be 21 or older. Enjoy responsibly.
This is Coach Josh Heupel. In football and life, you need a solid defense to protect what matters most. That's where Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee comes in. Score peace of mind with Farm Bureau Insurance, the official insurance of the Vols. They're your line of defense. FBITN.com.
This is Baseball VFL Cody Brown. Farm Bureau Insurance is the official insurance of the Tennessee Vols. I'm here to be that line of defense for all your insurance needs. Give me a call at 865-992-3871 and go Vols.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville and W289CU Knoxville. Fan Run Radio.
We really need to get some branded stuff. Shirts, hats, promo items, something professional.
I mean, we could just find a website and order a bunch of it ourselves.
You could, but you're taking a big risk. You don't know the quality, the fit, the timeline. It's a roll of the dice.
Yeah, I guess. But isn't that how everyone does it now?
Not the ones who actually care about how their brand looks. Look, if we're putting our name on it, it needs to be done right. We need SM Athletics.
SM Athletics?
Yeah, they specialize in working with businesses like ours. Apparel, hats, promo gear, but real, customized stuff. They actually care if it turns out right.
Probably a lot better than getting stuck with 100 t-shirts with crooked logos.
Exactly. Plus, they'll walk you through everything. Sizing, colors, material, so it matches the image we're trying to build.
Makes sense. What's the name again?
SM Athletics. Trust me, if you want to look like a real company, not a flea market stand, this is the move. If you're serious about your brand, work with people who are serious about getting it right. SM Athletics.
It's time for the Drive's Top 4 at 4.
Hour number 2 of the drive underway. It's Fan Run Radio and the top 4 at 4. Walker Smith, what do you got?
Thanks, Russ. At number 1, President Donald Trump has directed members of his cabinet to develop a plan in the next 30 days aimed at preserving college sports opportunities and preventing college athletes from becoming professionals, according to an executive order he signed on Thursday. Trump's order sets out specific guidelines for preserving athletic scholarships based on an athletic department's annual revenue. It also declares that schools should not permit athletes to accept, quote, third-party pay-for-play agreements.
Yeah, we've already been accepting those for the past couple of years, so I'd imagine that's going to end up in court pretty quickly.
Yeah. I mean, it's just seems like he's just trying to keep amateurism alive, which I think died a hot minute ago. So I don't know where this goes with that.
Yeah, it is kind of, it's not very Trumpy as far as like, I mean, as far as him being a populist guy and will the people type guy, like I feel like most people are on the side of
the
athletes
players,
getting,
yeah.
At least some of the money, as opposed to what they were getting. I don't think anybody wants to go back to the way it was.
It protects the non-revenue sports too, guys. Those
I'm
scholarships.
I'm sure there are people who want it to go back the way it was. I just not nearly as many who feel the other way.
Can't name as many. Right?
Mhm.
Alabama.
Yeah.
Start with
Well, I think
that.
some of us do. We just don't. There's no way back to that, and that wasn't really. I mean, looking back on it, I'm surprised it took this long for it to blow
I
up.
thought it'd be $20,000 maybe somebody makes.
Mhm.
Yeah, get a they always said, well, they needed money to go out to take girls on dates or whatever, so they don't have to work. You know?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, but the problem,
Everybody's
Haji,
on it.
was that it was
Do kids still
generating
date? Do they still take
billions
girls on dates?
in revenue.
Sometimes.
You can't not share the wealth.
Yeah.
More than
Well, we thought it was going to come from jersey sales, but not every player has a jersey that's marketable too, right? So
Mhm.
you got to keep it fair. Everybody's got to get paid. No question, Bear.
At number 2, freshman All-American defensive back Boo Carter remains away from the Tennessee football team, and it is unclear if he will report to Knoxville for training camp when the Volunteers are due on July 29th. While he's been away from the team, Carter has also obtained new representation, hiring Omar Cooper, who also represented Utah Jazz first-round pick Ace Bailey, according to a post on Cooper's Instagram feed. Bailey and Carter, both from Chattanooga, are childhood friends. Former agent Isaac Connor said Boo and his mother have been non-responsive during this situation.
non-responsive. That's a loaded
Sound like
phrase
Boo's
right
non-responsive to a lot of people
Yeah.
these days.
That's what I was saying. Just the end of last hour. I mean, it's may not be a matter of coming back. I mean, he's not talking to us.
So if you're on the cut 'em side, you're just going to call him boo-hoo, I guess. right?
Fire him. He's already fired.
Man.
You're fired.
He fired himself.
By the way, I met Sterling Golden at Weigel's on Wisegar, but he was staying at
You have to
Sutter's
tell
Mill.
the youngins who Sterling Golden
About to
is.
say, I don't know who that is.
Terry Bollea.
You know who that is?
Yeah.
That's Hulk Hogan.
Brother, he was in Weigel's
that
and
Weigel's?
before he got famous
At a
there. He had a
Weigel's?
place at Sutter's Mill. He was living there.
What?
while
He
was-
wrestled in Smoky Mountain.
I had
right?
a
Yeah.
place at Sutter's Mill.
Did you? In that?
Wow.
This
A
was
lot of people lived
79,
in
80.
Sutter's Mill.
So, I wonder if I walked the same halls,
There were-
slept in the same room that young Terry Bollea.
There was a few others. I can't remember who they were now. If you could, if you could pull those out of your hat, some of those other wrestlers that would have been in Smoky Mountain at the time.
During his era, I mean, it would have been all the Iron Sheik, Mr. Fuji.
The Andersons, maybe?
No, I think they were already down with
WW.
NWA and out of Atlanta. Cactus Jack might have been on the tail end right before he bumped up, or I don't know if they overlap. Mick Foley, Mankind, he was in Smoky Mountain. Undertaker, Kane.
The glory days. Actually, I go back to Ron and Don Wright and Whitey Caldwell.
Pack that boot. Be a Tennessee ass whooping, Russ.
At number 3, Tennessee basketball on Friday made its exhibition game against Duke official, announcing that the matchup is set for October 26th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time at Food City Center. TV information has yet to be announced. The exhibition game will not be a part of Tennessee's season ticket package. The tickets for the exhibition will start at $35 for lower-level seats and $20 for upper-level seats at Thompson
Good
Bowling
prices.
Arena.
That's not bad.
Go see
They wanna
Tennessee
fill
and
it
Duke
up.
get it on.
I want to go to that.
Don't tell
I
the
wanna sit
players
with
it's a,
Davey Hudson.
Yeah.
And just stare at mean mugging the whole
It's
game.
a Sunday. Well, Davey's got to be in town for that, right?
I don't know. Will he be covering the Titans?
NFL.
Yeah, it's harder than NFL
Don't
season.
tell the players it's an exhibition, though. They'll
No.
be going after it. Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of NBA talent on that floor with Amit and along with all the guys on Duke, the Boozer twins. It's going to be fun.
Hope we crush them. Their
At-
hopes and their dreams. Go ahead.
At number 4, with the trade deadline looming, MLB teams are already wheeling and dealing for the stretch run. The Yankees are acquiring third baseman Ryan McMahon from the Rockies in exchange for minor league pitchers Griffin Herring and Josh Groves. An all-star last season, McMahon was batting .217 with 16 home runs and a .717 OPS in 100 games for Colorado this season. Meanwhile, the Mets have acquired left-handed reliever Gregory Soto from the Orioles today in exchange for 2 minor leaguers. Soto, age 30, has posted a .396 ERA with a 27.5 strikeout rate in 45 appearances this season.
What's baseball?
What's baseball?
What is baseball?
When the Braves are down and out, it's hard to get fired up. The Diamondbacks,
OUT out. Dunzo. Stick a fork in him. You excited about Ryan McMahon, Bear?
Not really.
No, doesn't raise the needle at all.
Who does he replace at third base for the Yankees?
I don't know who plays third base for the
Oh,
Yankees.
that's Bear. He's such a big Yankees fan.
True.
I mean, everybody knows their third baseman,
I'm
right?
sitting here thinking.
it's always
hold
Greg
on.
Nettles for me.
Well, it
No,
was
A-Rod.
it was Jazz Chisholm, but they moved him back
They
to
moved.
second base, so I don't know who plays third.
You wanna go ahead? I was
He's trying to help you. He's trying to bail you out. You don't
sitting here
know.
Thinking, was it Volpe?
No, he's shortstop.
Knew he's over there in the vicinity. I can't remember. Mainly because I was getting ready to say Jazz Chisholm before he said that they had moved him.
You're
Thought
welcome.
I'd hit on it.
You should have just made a name up.
No. There's been some fluctuations.
Martin Garcia.
That's it.
That's it?
Yeah. Martin Garcia. Is that really it?
Yeah.
No, it's
He's,
not.
he's at about 242 this year. That's why they had to replace him. You don't like Garcia? You don't think he's good? It's one of your boys.
Number 1 in my book, Smith.
Martin Garcia. Great player. You just had to trade for him, though. Trade for a replacement.
Sounds more
Yes.
like a shortstop, though.
Suckered Bear in.
That's it. That's number.
That's
4.
number 4. All right. Thank you, Walker. That is the top 4 at 4 here on Fan Run Radio. Get set to talk to our pal Bill Bender from the Sporting News in just a little while. He was at, I think he's at ACC Media Days this week instead of Big Ten Media Days. So we get his thoughts on all these big topic college football news items that are going on here as we roll through your Friday afternoon edition of the show. Setting up for a big sports weekend here. I did see where Savion Hyder has set his commitment date. I believe that's August 26th is what he said. We're going
It is August 19th.
I was a week off. So, number one running back in the country, number one player from the state of Virginia, 5-star running back recruit, Savion Hyder, Hale Hyder, getting set to commit to Tennessee or Michigan. Sounds like the two finalists here.
You want to go to Michigan? It's cold as hell up there.
I mean, this sounds like a superstar level prospect. Best running back Tennessee would have signed, or highest rated running back Tennessee would have signed since I don't know when. Maybe Bryce Brown in 2009.
When's the last big time player we took out of that area?
Oh, well, I mean, we've had a few from Virginia over the years, but they talk about running back being a devalued position
on the Heupel system.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think Sampson was the best one we had, and I have to go back and look. Like, I feel like Dylan Sampson was a 3-star, lightly recruited guy out of rural Louisiana.
You think he was better than
Jalen Wright?
Jalen Wright?
Yeah,
I thought they're very similar.
He set the all-time single-season rushing and touchdown record last year. Yeah, I mean, I think
That's a
Dylan
good
Sampson
point.
was a cut above.
That's a good point. Jalen Wright was really, really good, though.
They were good, and I think Sampson brings you intangibles as a leader and all that stuff. I think he was very good in that regard. But yeah, I mean, it's interesting. It feels like Tennessee likes to target a big time recruit on offense every year. You go for a quarterback and you go for a running back or receiver. You signed Mike Matthews year before last. You signed David Sanders.
I mean, Ethan
this year
Davis was kind of a big fish at tight end that year.
he was not a 5-star. He was not on this level. Hyder is, I mean, he's the number one running back in the country. This would be a huge get for Tennessee. Whether or not you value running back or you think that Tennessee should value running back in there.
He's one of the best football players in America.
Perception-wise, it's going to be a boost to your class if you get him. It's going to be a boost to your blue chip ratio that we talk about.
Yeah. Boost to your running game, which has gotten us 2 10-win seasons in the past 3 years and a spot in the playoffs.
Boost to your recruiting, obviously. Michigan has always been a running back school. They've never really thrown the ball over the place. So
we owe them. You know why we owe them, Haji?
We owe them a lot.
You know why we owe them? Because of Cockgate. That's why we owe Michigan.
Not to mention the Heistman. Wasn't Woodson's fault. He went to Michigan, I guess, but
we owe them for a lot through the years, no doubt.
Brandon and Hyder, and then Keys. Throw Keys in there.
Faison Brandon. I can't wait till that kid gets here.
Is Keys making a decision? He's still a full-on commit to LSU?
He's still committed to LSU, but
rumors
you
that
follow
it's
the
shaky.
recruiting websites and everything, it feels like it's a matter of when, not if, he decommits. But Texas A&M, the other school, I believe, that's hot after him.
They've entered the chat.
Nobody does more with less than Texas A&M.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you go there?
I almost feel like if you're swimming in those types of waters and goofy recruitments where it's guys going to commit, decommit, all that stuff, you're better off just waiting until the end.
Yeah.
Because if he
musical
decommits
chairs.
today and then commits to us tomorrow, then you got to babysit him all the way to December.
Right now, we're just trying to steal him. I think it'd take more manpower to try and keep the Wolves at bay than it is to work him to try and get him decommitted.
I don't wring my hands anymore. Yeah, and recruiting, it's just too easy to wait and not get all
I'm more
shook up about
interested
it.
in I find myself more interested in the transfer portal now than I do the high school kids, with the exception of like David Sanders. Like if they're like, or if the running back we're talking about, you get a kid like that, somebody that's going to come in and more than likely he's going to get to play his true freshman season. So
Kenny Dillingham said at ASU he doesn't worry about recruiting as much as he does retaining.
Yeah,
he's more about keeping the guys he's got on his roster and finding those guys in the portal. But yeah, recruiting high school kids is not a priority for them, and so far it seems to be working.
Well, I mean, you have to have a good mix, or else you get what Florida State did, where they went almost exclusively portal, had one good season until Jordan Davis destroyed his lower leg, and then they complete the next year. Mix.
Magic Mike wants to know if Bears saw Martin Garcia play at the old Smoky Stadium in Kodak. I want to do a full Martin Garcia write-up with a baseball card and everything.
Oh, I want to see if there's
you and Magic Mike, couple of funny guys, real funny.
I'm amused.
Yeah.
865-966-3435.
If I can't return the favor.
Your number to get on the show, you can call or text to the drive today at 866-93. What's our phone number again that I just said?
966-3435.
3435. As we roll through this Friday edition of the show, getting set to jam with our good friend Bill Bender of the Sporting News. Let's get a call from Phil. Good afternoon, Phil. You're on the drive.
What do you say, Debbie?
Hey, Philly.
How you and the boys doing?
Doing well. We got John Hodge, the Sheik, hanging out with us in studio today.
He's back in East Tennessee?
What do you say, Philly? Just for the week, buddy.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So what's your poll question?
Should Tennessee keep him or cut him? Boo Carter, what do you say you?
Keep him at all costs.
Do you think he really wants to be here, Phil?
I don't know. But it's very strange, that's for sure. I mean, he's a Tennessee guy, so that's what's even more perplexing about him.
I would argue he's more important than Nico to the success. How about that? Because he can return punts, which he will. He's good for a touchdown every season. Speed, you can't coach, you can't find. But again, not a huge Nico fan. The numbers bear that out.
With Nico, again, every situation's different. Like, Nico might have not been the best leader and the most vocal guy and everything. Nico never got in trouble. You never heard about Nico being late for practice or something. I think there was he left during the off week last year or something. There were a couple things that didn't reek of just amazing leadership and everything that you want from the quarterback. But I don't remember anything like this that we've seen out of Boo Carter, where you're going AWOL, you got weird agent stuff going on, and physical altercation in the locker room, all that stuff.
It kind of took it to a whole nother level.
Because Nico was looking for a contract before the Ohio State game, right? Looking for an increase. And Boo has yet to say a word, right? So
yeah,
it's hard to comment when you don't know what he's thinking.
And Nico, he talked about family at UCLA. Heck, he had the whole entourage here in Knoxville living in my house. What do you mean? You know what's going on?
We saw him at every game. Cameras loved him.
He had his luxury loft downtown, one of the nicest lofts outside of Peyton's.
Hey,
downtown.
I'll tell you, we were at Ruth's Chris the week, was that Bama game?
Yep.
We're sitting in there with Christopher Gabriel, and here comes Nico, and that was like on a Thursday night?
Thursday, yeah.
And Nico
going out with doggy bags.
Yeah. they came by to get a little takeout, didn't they?
I don't know who gets takeout from Ruth's Chris.
Well, we knew when we recruited Nico and Boo Carter, you had to deal with the baggage associated, both of them. I mean, there was rumors about Boo Carter back when he was in high school, but he's hard to handle.
You think Alabama and Georgia, you think Kirby's always dealing with this nonsense, Phil, and we just don't hear about it?
Yeah, but he knows how to take advantage. I mean, he's got a way where, I mean, you see their guys get in trouble all the time, but they're still playing.
He's not really got into trouble so much as he's just disappeared. It's the leaving without and not talking to anybody.
He gave us the Irish goodbye, Bear.
Yeah, he did. I kind of admire it.
So we're going to play Duke an exhibition on October the 26th at 7 p.m.
You going to be there?
I'll try to be there. I mean, that's during NFL football, but
We've played everybody in college basketball through the years, Phil. I mean, North Carolina, Syracuse, Gonzaga, Kansas, Michigan State, all the blue bloods, and never really played Duke. We played them out there in Maui one year and then in the NCAA tournament, but never like at Cameron or in Thompson Bowling.
We haven't been able to stay on the court with them for most of that time, obviously, but
I kind of like it.
Yeah, it's a chance for if you can't afford season tickets, it's a chance to sit in the lower bowl for $35. I don't know why you would not go to see that.
Hodge, you're probably around the same age I am. I remember the last time Duke played in Knoxville. It was back in 1976.
Jim Spanarkel.
Jim Spanarkel lit up Bernard King.
Yeah.
I thought Bernard King had a great game, but I mean,
I was there. I remember that. I remember thinking Spanarkel has been here 10 years. And that
couldn't miss it. Oh, not.
Was that before Krzyzewski?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, that's not the last time Duke played in Knoxville.
Steve Spurrier brought his band of
Was
Blue
it
Devils
That
in
was the
here.
last time we played Duke in Knoxville, right?
Yeah, was it 94 the Sweet 16 was here?
Yeah.
There's them and Ohio State and Konzo Martin.
Yeah,
all
Konzo
the-
Martin
yeah.
had that insane 15 seconds of his life.
They were here for that.
Yeah.
I was there that one when Conzo and them got beat by the Ed Cherokee Parks and
Wojo.
Yeah.
Had the Big Dog, right?
Yeah. Purdue had Glenn Robinson and Konzo.
Konzo.
Yeah, that was a good team. Phil, we got to run, man.
Oh, see you.
Appreciate you. Stay with us. Bill Bender coming up next right here on Fan Run Radio.
The Drive.
105.7 FM, 1340 AM. Online at fanrunradio.com and streaming on the free Fan Run Radio app.
This is Fan Run Radio. Knoxville.
Hey Knoxville! Surfside iced tea and vodka, made with real brewed tea, is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, with no bubbles and no troubles. That's right, zero carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. Headed to a game day or party at a friend's house? Bring an iced tea or lemonade variety pack from Surfside, or try their green tea and new raspberry tea vodka. Find the can with the sunset stripes this season. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Surfside iced tea and vodka.
Smokies take on Biloxi, and we take over the stands. It's all you can eat night, so make sure to bring your appetite. Plus, we're hooking up. August 6th, be there.
This is Coach Josh Heupel. In football and life, you need a solid defense to protect what matters most. That's where Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee comes in. Score peace of mind with Farm Bureau Insurance, the official insurance of the Vols. They're your line of defense. FBITN.com.
This is Baseball VFL Cody Brown. Farm Bureau Insurance is the official insurance of the Tennessee Vols. I'm here to be that line of defense for all your insurance needs. Give me a call at 865-992-3871 and go Vols.
Ready to launch your career? Axel Logistics is a leading third-party logistics company where excellence is an energy. With an award-winning culture, Axel proves that positive outcomes come from a positive environment and a work hard, play hard mentality. At Axel, the drive for success is infectious. And with an uncapped commission structure, hard work isn't just noticed, it's rewarded. For those with big goals and even bigger dreams, Axel Logistics is the place to start your career.
Are you looking for a treat that will knock it out of the park at the next watch party? Just like your favorite baseball team, Crumble brings the best lineup week to week with an expanded roster that includes key lime pie, strawberry cake, or my personal favorite, Monster featuring M&M candies. Let Crumble treat you to the best cookies in the game. Download the Crumble app and start earning rewards. You can even vote monthly on what flavors you would like to see at any store of your choice. Warmer weather is here, so get to the ballpark, but don't miss the cookies.
Good afternoon. West Knoxville traffic building right on schedule with that volume. I-40 coming past Paper Mill over the Southwest Hills. TDOT's been active out here helping with a couple of disabled vehicles from earlier. Plenty of radar. I-40, especially out through Sevier, Jefferson County. We saw some a little bit earlier north of Knoxville on 75 traveling up through Anderson County. Hey, check engine light on. Knuckle Busters Amco will check it out for you. Google search Knuckle Busters Amco in Knoxville. Amco serving East Tennessee since 1962. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
Back here on the drive, Fan Run Radio, Russell Smith and Bear cruising with you. It's a Friday afternoon edition of the show. Walker Smith, no relation, along for the ride, and special in-studio guest, the Sheik, John Hodge, co-host of the Cover Boys. Heard fall evenings here on Fan Run Radio. And time to go on a bender with Bill. Bill Bender of the Sporting News joins us. Good afternoon, Bill. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks for joining us as always. How have you enjoyed Media Days season?
I went to ACC this week, which was a bit different than what I normally do. And
you're normally a Big Ten guy, right?
Yeah, I don't really go out there, but it was fun. I had a really good time in Charlotte. That's where our office are at Sporting News, and managed to do that. And then, the surreal feeling of seeing Bill Belichick at 73 years old, climb a breakout podium and answer questions. Not only answer questions, but do it nicely. It was interesting.
Did you ask him something, Bill?
I asked the last one, and it was something to the effect of, with all those years that you were scouting college players and watching film on them, was there something that you had in the back of your mind that I wanted to coach college someday? And he said, yeah. And he's enjoyed the process of watching high school games and watching college film and trying to spot those advantages that he made him so famous in New England, I suppose. And I got to tell you, but I always do this at Media Days. I'm guilty of it. You leave these things and they say positive things the whole time, and you feel positive about certain teams. And, if they can get through September, TCU, UCF on the schedule, man, they could create a really interesting game against Clemson to start off a late September, early October game against the Tigers.
Yeah, you never see a coach get up at Media Days, Bill, and be like, well, I don't know, man. It's been a rough offseason. We've had a lot of distractions. Strength and conditioning program hasn't gone well. We got a lot of character risks on the team. Tough schedule. Quite frankly, I don't even know why we're bothering.
Yeah, I'd love to see that someday. But, you hear a lot of the buzzwords and that kind of thing. But they were certainly the story yesterday, and Clemson was there, which made it even more interesting. Clemson and North Carolina on the same day. Clemson, obviously, ton of first-rate talent on that Tigers roster this year, I think. And they were out there. Cade Klubnik, P.J. Parker, Peter Woods. They've got a loaded roster heading into a loaded game against LSU in that first round or first week.
Bill, I was going to ask you if Belichick answered any questions with, we're just working on TCU, first of all.
We're on to Fort Worth.
But I said, I was going to say, not to interrupt, but he had some one-liners in there. Like, for example, a reporter asked him, you're not going to be able to use that. You couldn't play at Foxborough High one-liner anymore. And he's like, yeah, we won't be able to use that. And then somebody asked a recruiting question about in-house visits. And he said, well, if I was doing that right now, I'd be committing a recruiting violation. So he had touches of humor in there that you were like, who is this guy? Like he's walking around being nice and drinking sweet tea. What do you do to people when you get them down, below that Mason-Dixon line, guys? He was so much nicer down there than he was when he was in New England.
We'll see how long that lasts once we get into the season.
Right.
But he was great on the Manning cast.
I was going to say Peyton brought it out of him. Maybe
very funny.
He was
Yeah,
very entertaining. But no, we didn't know he had it in him until that point.
No, it was good. And then again, I mentioned Clemson, and I think the other two stories were Carson Beck at Miami and not really throwing Georgia under the bus at all and seeming appreciative of his time there, but focused on what he can do for Miami. And then Florida State and Mike Norvell. I mean, we talked about this a lot on your show last year. How do you go from 13-1 to 2-10, and a lot of intensity coming out from him, and heading into that opener against Alabama, where the quarterback didn't exactly back down from the trash talk he had. Now, I have an opinion on that. Like, the interview is one thing, but when you're out on the field with guys from Alabama in a summer workout, and I have no problem with talking trash in that environment, right? It's just that the cameras are always on these days.
Probably the game in the first weekend of the season that I'm most looking forward to, Bill, is that Clemson LSU matchup in Clemson, Death Valley. And, kind of two quarterbacks in my mind that are maybe a little bit overrated. I don't know. That's just my opinion. We'll see if they get proven wrong there. But it also feels like Dabo's got a lot to prove in this one as well. I guess Brian Kelly does too, but Dabo, it's been a while since he played on the big stage. They did win the ACC last year, did not cover themselves in glory in their playoff appearance down there at Texas. So I'll be interested to see how they look this year.
I think that game has the most impact on the playoff race. Ohio State, Texas is going to be huge too, and I'll be there and be a lot of fun watching the Arch Manning debut. But I really do believe LSU Clemson, from a perception standpoint for LSU, they haven't won an opener since Joe Burrow was there in 19. For Clemson, they lost 3 games to SEC schools last year. So that's a huge game for both of those teams. They're going back and forth about the Death Valley. I will say the Clemson players and coaches really didn't bite on that. They were kind of just doing it's just another game and we've got to play well. And they fell back on that routine, which you see at media days as well. So they weren't going into a trash talking contest with LSU.
Is that a home and home? Will they play in Baton Rouge too?
I believe so. So that makes that series fun, and we have to have those games.
Yes.
We have to. And it even in a 12 team, a 14 team, a 16 team, it does not matter. We need to have games like that all the time.
Hear, hear.
We can compare the atmosphere at the Death Valleys, I guess, 2 years in a row. Bill, I'm curious what you heard about in the ACC. I was a huge SMU fan last year. I had them actually winning 8, 9, 10, and going to the playoff, and I got lucky on some of those. But I've got my eye on another team in the ACC this year, Georgia Tech. They're 14-1 to win the conference. I don't know if they can win the conference, but they don't play Louisville, SMU, Miami, 2 others. My screen just went blank. Their schedule is set up. SMU, they don't play. What are your thoughts on fifth-year senior Haynes King? Brent Key, obviously, he's a winner. He's an underdog. You can't bet against him as an underdog. Was there any chatter down there about them at all?
Toughness. That's what that guy brings. Kyle Efford, old school linebacker leading the defense, and he should have another good season. Haynes King looks like a linebacker playing quarterback. So it's my way of saying, yeah, they could definitely get in the mix there. He's built that program with an edge. We saw them push Georgia all the way to the limit last year. There's absolutely an opportunity for them to get in the ACC race, but it's going to come down to more consistency. We can say that now, but they had that big upset in week 1, and then lost probably a couple games they shouldn't have last year, and then they beat Miami. So can they put the whole thing together with a veteran quarterback, a veteran leader on that defense, some really good pieces? And I do like Brent Key. He's fun. He does, he's the type of coach at these things. He's listening to your question, and he's not just like zoning out. He will call you out if if your question's poor, he'll go right at you. And I kind of like that, because that means they make you a better reporter as well.
Talk with Bill Bender of the Sporting News this afternoon here on The Drive. And Bill, we see a lot of movement in the college football realm of people wondering, what is this thing going to look like? How are the rules going to work with NIL and the new CSC and all that? We have a presidential executive order that seems like it's probably going to be subject to a lot of lawsuits and whatnot. We have Congress trying to get involved, pass a law. It doesn't seem like that's going to be an avenue that solves all college football's problems. The conferences absolutely will not work together. Where does that leave us in terms of the future of the sport?
I would say I know, but I have no idea. I think there's always the specter of more realignment. I do think a couple things. I think the playoff will be at 12 for a couple years. I don't know that we're going to get 16 because of this gap in thinking between the college football commissioners. Now, there have been surprises in that realm along the way, so who knows? But that's one. The president's order, regardless of your politics, it's not like that's something we don't talk about, right? I mean, maybe it doesn't need to come from the federal government, and you mentioned the lawsuits, but they do need to figure out a sustainable financial system. Does it involve collective bargaining with these student athletes? It probably should. Does it have a salary cap? It probably should, if we're being honest. And that could create a much more fun product, I think, across the board, because I still think college football's best bet is to make this playoff as compelling as possible and as fair and accessible and those kind of things, because the regular season has changed so much. I can tell you that from living in Columbus. If you guys would have told me this 365 days ago, hey, Ohio State will lose to Michigan in humiliating fashion, but they'll still win the national title, I would have said, no, there's no chance. So we have to move on from that thinking. And, I still love college football every bit as much as I used to, but there definitely have been some huge changes.
One of the things, it seems interesting, it feels like the Big Ten is outnumbered on this automatic qualifier issue, and as it pertains to the playoff bill, the SEC and the ACC, the Big 12 obviously just want, the best teams to go. And it feels like the ACC, does it seem that way to you, or is there a way that they could get together on the whole 4 or 5 automatic qualifiers for the Big Ten and the SEC in a 16-team playoff?
I don't know what the Big Ten's doing. And you guys know I'm Mr. Big Ten. And I don't get this one. I kind of know what they're trying to do. I think they're using it as a leverage point to get the SEC to go to 9 conference games, which I do think the SEC should play 9 conference games. But I also understand that the SEC strength of schedules with 8 conference games is probably a little bit stronger than the Big Ten with 9, just based on the fact that this year, for example, you have 10 ranked teams in the SEC in the top 25. So the idea of letting 4 teams from one conference in automatically is absurd, in my opinion. And I could probably use stronger language, but I won't. But it doesn't sit right with me that you would try to just let 4 teams in from one conference based on what? I mean, the flow of a conference can change with any given year. I mean, look at SEC basketball. Would we have said the things we said about that conference in basketball last year, 10 years ago? Absolutely not.
Good point. Absolutely. Bill, the other thing, I'm just sitting here reading your golf movie rankings. Apologize for the pause there, but this is good stuff. Happy Gilmore 2. Is that out today?
Yes.
Oh, boy.
I'm going to get to it at some point today. I'm going to watch it. But here was my kind of one thing. Whether you're a Caddyshack or Happy Gilmore, or you can be both, which I am. Whatever one you think better. I said this a couple times. I don't think I've played golf my whole life with my best friends and people, and I'm fairly certain I've never gone 18 holes with my buddies and not somebody didn't drop one-liner from either Happy Gilmore or Caddyshack. They're instant classics. Caddyshack's probably a little bit better movie, but I watched it last weekend, guys, and it's amazing how it holds up to this day. It's still so funny.
Noonan.
We've got the Sheik in here with us. Haji, do you have a GOAT golf movie?
Oh, it's obviously Caddyshack. Is Caddyshack a golf movie as is Blazing Saddles a Western?
Oh, or Caddyshack is absolutely a golf movie.
It's a golf movie.
Yeah, it's the other one. There are a lot of these on your list, Bill, that I'll be honest, I've not heard of. So have you seen all these?
No, and that was the thing. Like, I'll be honest, a couple of those toward the back end I probably haven't seen, but you just kind of go off the ratings. Tin Cup's good.
Love Tin Cup.
Very good movie. Because I think, again, what's great about those 3 golf movies I mentioned is that whether it's Judge Schmales as Ted Knight as Judge Schmales, Christopher McDonald as Shooter, or Don Johnson as David Sims, the villains are so compelling in those movies, and that's why I love watching them.
Well, then you had the Bill Murray character.
Cinderella story came out of nowhere.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Have you seen the documentary about it? And the guy, it's one of the guys from National Lampoon. He's the guy that ended up, they never really knew whether he jumped or he fell off the cliff in Hawaii. It's fascinating.
I watched the Netflix kind of movie biopic about that, and they had a couple parts about Caddyshack in it. But it's just an incredible movie. I was saying when I watched it last weekend, I was laughing at the first scene when the dad's at the breakfast table and he screams, "Who are you?" to the kid, and they're like, and the wife is like, "That's your nephew Dennis." He didn't even know. I mean, it was amazing.
We'll just pretend like
Monster
Caddyshack
Catholic
2
family.
never happened. We'll just
Right,
disregard
you got to
that
do
one.
that too.
All right.
The tin cup thing bothers me though. At the end, when he keeps trying to hit it on the green, it ruins the whole movie for me. I can't do it as a golfer and as a realist. I guess just too unbelievable.
Cheech just wasn't a strong enough caddy. I think you have to look back on that one. Rene Rousseau was also
should have taken a club and broken it over his knee. Right?
Yeah. All right, Bill, always appreciate it. Everybody go check him out at Sporting News at Bill Bender 92 on X. We'll do it again soon.
Hey, no problem, guys. Have a great weekend. Thank you.
Too. Bill Bender making his presence felt this afternoon on The Drive. It is Fan Run Radio. Yeah, Tin Cup 1996. Hard to believe that one's almost 30 years old. I really like the scene where Don Johnson bets him the long drive competition, turns and hits it down the highway. Still going.
Is that your number 2 golf movie?
Caddyshack would be number 1.
By the way, all-time worst sequel in all of movies, Caddyshack 2.
It's up there.
Horrible.
It's bad.
I don't know if we can go that far.
It's horrible.
We have to have a thorough discussion.
Deep down there, there have been some bad ones.
stinkers.
Yeah.
Who played the Rodney Dangerfield character in that movie?
It's been so long.
I
since
can't
I've seen
remember it.
It little redheaded guy, old comedian.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Bad.
Google's our friend.
Hold on.
Caddyshack to cast.
He was like an old Catskills comedian. Then he was
Aykroyd, Jackie Mason.
Jackie Mason. Yeah, he's a
Aykroyd
legend.
was in it. I don't even remember that. Dan.
Chevy.
Dan Aykroyd. He played like some crazy military guy, didn't
Robert Stack, Randy Quaid, Diane Cannon.
Solid cast, but
Yeah.
horrible movie.
Stay with us. The Drive continues. More Fan Run Radio coming up.
The Drive. For the fans, by the fans. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Yeehaw! I've been hooting and hollering ever since I started betting with the VIP Play app. VIP Play has more than 200 leagues, every bet type you can imagine. Live betting and live hosts, all with 24/7 support from real live people when you need them. Start betting better with the VIP Play app today.
Don't be a better, be a better with VIP Play today.
Download VIP Play today or head to VIPPlayApp.com. Make sure you use the promo code FANRUN to take advantage of their welcome bonus and so they know that we sent you. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-8899-789. Must be 21 or older and located in Tennessee to bet. Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Hungry for some mouth-watering barbecue? Then take the quick drive up I-75 to Rickard Ridge for some of the best barbecue you'll ever have. Fall off the bone, Memphis-style baby back ribs, slow-smoked chicken thighs, and fresh hand-cut steaks. Rickard Ridge has something for everyone. Located in Cove Lake State Park with a spectacular view of the Cumberland Mountains, Rickard Ridge. It's more than just dinner, it's a destination. Check out their full menu and catering options online at rickardridgebbq.com.
Do you love to gamble? Do you enjoy listening to people talk about gambling? Well, then I have some good news for you. Every weeknight at 6 p.m., you can hear John Reed and William Pattison go over the slate, thanks to our friends at VIP Play. Sports topics aren't always black and white, but on the slate, they are always green. Nothing but trends, angles, and bets to try to make you some money. The Slate, presented by VIP Sports on Fan Run Radio, weeknights from 6 to 7 p.m.
Citizens National Bank.
There are always memories to be made with family and friends, and we want you to share your memories with us. Share your best photos depicting your memorable experiences throughout the year, and your photo could be chosen to be in our 2019 Memories Calendar. Simply upload your photo to CMB's Facebook page's photo contest application or deliver it to any branch.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Visit cmbtn.com for official contest rules.
Fan Run Radio. It is The Drive. I'm Russell Smith alongside Bear and Walker. The Sheik Haji with us in studio here this afternoon. Looks like we have a Boomer update. Hear more Boomers? This comes to me from DR Vol. So if this ends up being complete nonsense, it's DR's fault.
If you can't trust DR, who can you trust?
That's-
Walter Cronkite of Ball Twitter.
It's what I'm saying. So he sent me a screenshot of a Facebook post by Terrence Dion Holland.
Who is Terrence Dion Holland?
According to DR, that's Boo Carter's dad.
Okay.
And he's getting into it with somebody on Facebook. I won't read you the entire post the way we did Boo Carter's mom because it's not that good. But basically, he says Coach Heupel is going to give you guys clarity on Tuesday. Go Vols. And says a couple of other things. But seems to indicate that he thinks Boo Carter is going to be on the team this year.
Well, in that case, I'll go ahead and spin for everybody here. We don't know what the kid's been going through, guys. Okay? We could have a completely legitimate excuse. I think maybe we all need to take a step back.
He missed 3 weeks of workouts. He had mono?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, hell, Jace Brown's missed like a month of the show since January. We're still carrying him.
Could Boo Carter win the Kirby Cup?
What's the punishment?
Not the wait, no,
The
Crest Cup.
Crest Cup. It's a trophy for the Wallace Award.
My bad.
What's the punishment if you let him back in? How many does he miss a couple games?
No, you don't miss games, but I mean, if it's not like legit, something was really wrong, and this has just been,
got to do something. You can't let everybody.
He's at least got to make up the running that his teammates had to do for him. That's bare minimum. He's going to have to talk to them, but
you can't be Ben Roethlisberger and just hold out till the end of training camp.
So did you vote cut him?
Mm-mm.
You vote keep him?
I better keep him. He's just, man, that one play that still sticks out, and it was a sack. That's all it was, but we haven't had a DB. Remember how back, throughout the Saban years and during this run of the Kirby's reign of terror with Georgia, how good they look when they're tackling. Like, they may give up a pass play, but bam, Russ, they've got their man. He is on the ground, tackled, no yards after catch. He's one of those guys. He's a space. That caught my eye.
Okay.
I don't want to lose him.
Run the steps. Run the stadium
hell
steps.
Yeah.
Run
Could pass out.
Roll them. Have you seen that? That was a Butch punishment. He would have a guy. He would roll them. He'd get the guys had to be in their shoulder in the full pads, and he would just start them in the end zone, one side of the end zone, and you just roll all the way to the other side and back.
That's like one of the dumbest things I've ever heard, and not surprising.
They hate the player. It was a good punishment.
Yeah, but
guys hated it.
I don't know what positive they got out of rolling through the end zone, having them run steps or gassers. At
least get you in better cardiac condition.
Yeah, it gets you in the kind of physical shape to where in November, when you're trying to gut out a win, you can dig down and get it. I don't know.
You don't think rolling is a good
It's critical.
punishment for players?
No, I think it's
You're being critical of Butch Jones?
Yeah.
Butch Jones is
Stride right. Butch Jones.
Of
El
all the
Duce.
of all the PT I've done in my life, the one I hated the most was just rolling on a foam, like a one of
On
those
your
little
back, foam roller?
foam noodle. Just
Oh,
on the side of the hip. Just
Trust me, there's
uncomfortable.
nothing worse than gassers. Those are terrible.
The things Grant Williams talks about on that interview with Theo Pinson that Barnes had him do. He calls them the 17s, where
That's
I forget what
same
exact
principle as gassers,
but
though.
yeah, it's just running
Same family.
gassers and basketball.
Just back and forth, and each time you go into another 5 feet, run sprinting constantly. I don't know. I've also heard it called puker, puker pass out. But you're running until one of the two happens.
No, that was my dad when he was back in his high school days. He went to Dean Smith basketball camp in Chapel Hill one year.
Cool.
And they had, like, he said the story was for the Carolina players, they were watching them work out, and he said Dean would he put a trash can at each of the four corners on the court. We know how Dean liked the four corners.
Yeah.
And he'd say, everybody's running laps around the court until you puke in one of these buckets.
That's old school. There's a fine line, but you got to be careful though, unless you get over there in the Junction Boys territory with players dying of rhabdo. They just didn't know what it was back then.
We can't have fun anymore.
Back when players were loyal, by the way. though.
Guys aren't tough anymore.
You can't. There's
Couple-
tough, and then there's exercising a kid.
Couple
until-
guys die on the team, and all of a sudden we got to shut it down, huh? Soft.
Talk about players, coaches, but nobody loved their coaches more than Bobby Knight and
that's it.
For the most
The
part,
drill sergeants.
the few that
my
didn't,
guy at Ohio State, Woody Hayes. I mean, they love playing for that guy. They do anything for
most
the
of
guy.
the guys
And
that
they-
played for King Johnny were the
Trauma
same
bonded.
way too.
Yeah.
But there's the ones that don't. It's
Well, there's none that
They
do
really
now,
don't.
right? Nobody's going to put up with anything. You're going to
I mean, I
talk
don't
mean to me.
know.
I'm going to go play for Washington. So,
I really have doubts whether or not Kirby coddles the Georgia Bulldogs a whole lot. He's good at keeping them out of trouble, but he doesn't seem like to be a very forgiving.
but the players want to play for Rick too. They want to be coached hard, right? They
Yeah.
they don't mind. You can say whatever you want.
But he
I appreciate it.
identifies
and that's
the workers.
Chaz Lanier was like
Yeah.
that. Dalton was like that.
Like Barnes doesn't bring in guys that
aren't going to
Yeah.
get after it.
Yeah, he won't. And honestly, I don't think Vitello would either. While we're talking about other
No.
coaches over there,
And that, as
Back to
we've
that
noted
culture
several times this week, is that is probably a good revelation out of this, is that Josh Josephs, Miles Kitselman, it sounds like there's good leadership on this team and there is good culture on this team. And that's something that if you are bringing Boo back, it's like, does he fit into that?
yeah, I think he will. You've got to. But that's the way to get to sustained success. I mean, without leaders like that and go good culture and teaching the new guys, like the young guys, like your David Sanders. And all
Well,
these freshmen
ideally,
coming in.
the system is Boo Carter is so scared of Josh Josephs and Miles Kitselman that he doesn't want to disappoint. No, I'm serious.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and he's there on time and putting in
There
all
you
the
go.
work. Like that's how
Yes.
this is supposed to work.
Yes. I
Peer
thought you were going
pressure.
to say he doesn't want to come back because he's scared of those guys. No. Yeah. It's going to
I
be.
mean, it's
you know,
hard walking back in the locker room after you've
Right.
after
Yeah.
you've
And
run
they'll
sideways
explain that to him.
somebody.
It's going to be a hard couple of weeks, but we're all friends and teammates and family. Just get
You
through
can come back. We love to have you, but these are the boxes you got to check, and it ain't going to be fun. But
And you need to sit him down and explain to him. I think the one thing I would, and I don't know that they don't, but guys that go to Tennessee, I live here, so I don't know if it's like this in other SEC cities, but if you just handle your business, you don't even have to actually probably graduate. If you stay out of trouble here, you play here, you end up settling down here, you're damn near set for life. There's so many connections, and you can live a really comfortable life and have a lot of opportunities, whether it
Yeah,
be
there's a lot-
business or professional. So
Let's get Will in here ahead of the top of the hour break. Will, you're on the drive. It's Fan Run Radio.
Hey guys, you were talking about football team punishments, and it sparked a funny story. I'll hit real quick. When I was playing at Air Force, our practice fields are nestled right up against the Rampart Range, and we had a defensive lineman get mad at a scout team member, and he ripped his helmet off and then swung it at him like a baseball bat and narrowly missed his face. Very dangerous, very scary. This is past the statute of limitations, so I felt comfortable sharing. And coaches told him to take off and run up the mountain. And it was toward the end of practice, and we just all left the practice field, and we could see him running in the distance just toward the mountain. And he wasn't told how far. They just told him they'd come and get him. And he just full pad ran up the mountain. It was incredible.
Where is this now?
It's at Air Force Academy. It's in the Rocky Mountains.
My God. Wow.
Run up the mountain has a whole different meaning out there, Will, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's not very pleasant. But
There's also a level of toughness built in those Air Force guys.
Hey, and Haji, if you need a Mountain West consultant, you can get in touch with me. Be happy to lend any knowledge and expertise to help you this fall.
Love to talk to you about that.
All right. Well, you guys have a good day.
You too, Will. Appreciate it.
It's reminded me because Will is a former West High rabble, such as yourself, Russ.
I knew there was a level of expertise there. I mean, it just comes through in the call.
West High will be representing Grad is playing Madison Square Garden tonight. Ricky Dover plays lead guitar, and it's like Grace Potter's band. But yeah, he's headlining Madison Square Garden.
Speaking of lead guitars, you see we lost one today. You would know this one probably.
Who did we lose today?
Koymans.
Who?
Founder for Golden Earring.
Really?
Yeah.
Radar Love?
Yes, sir.
I didn't know his name, but I like guitar playing was pretty stout.
Ah, man. It's too bad. What a week.
Somebody posted like a TikTok of just famous like music people that are beloved and how old they are. It's kind of scary.
The older we get, the older they get. You know how that goes.
It's usually the way time works. Stay with us. It is The Drive, hour number 3, coming up right after this.
The Drive.
Are you tired of hiding your smile because of crooked teeth? At Knoxville Smiles, we've got the perfect solution. Invisalign. No metal, no wires, just clear, comfortable aligners that straighten your teeth without anyone noticing. Eat what you want, smile with confidence, and see results in as little as 6 months. Call us today for more information about Invisalign, 865-539-1776, or just visit us online at knoxvillesmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game. Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
White Claw is taking hard seltzer to new heights with White Claw Surge. At 8% alcohol, White Claw Surge is a stronger wave of refreshment that doesn't compromise on taste. Available in 4 bold waves of flavor like ripe blackberry, citrusy blood orange, zesty natural lime, and tart cranberry. Check out your favorite retailer in-store and online for the White Claw Surge Variety 12-pack and 16-ounce single-serve cans. White Claw Surge. Please drink responsibly.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
In sitcoms, when someone has a problem, they just blurt it out and move on.
Well, I lost my job and my parakeet is missing. How was your day?
But the real world is different. Managing life's challenges can be overwhelming. So, what do? We get support. The Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council have mental health resources available for you at loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. See how much further you can go when you take care of your mental health.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
We really need to get some branded stuff. Shirts, hats, promo items, something professional.
I mean, we could just find a website and order a bunch of it ourselves.
You could, but you're taking a big risk. You don't know the quality, the fit, the timeline. It's a roll of the dice.
Yeah, I guess. But isn't that how everyone does it now?
Not the ones who actually care about how their brand looks. Look, if we're putting our name on it, it needs to be done right. We need SM Athletics.
SM Athletics?
Yeah, they specialize in working with businesses like ours. Apparel, hats, promo gear, but real, customized stuff. They actually care if it turns out right.
Probably a lot better than getting stuck with 100 t-shirts with crooked logos.
Exactly. Plus, they'll walk you through everything. Sizing, colors, material, so it matches the image we're trying to build.
Makes sense. What's the name again?
SM Athletics. Trust me, if you want to look like a real company, not a flea market stand, this is the move. If you're serious about your brand, work with people who are serious about getting it right. SM Athletics.
It's time for The Drive's Top 5 at 5.
Quitting time on your Friday, 5 o'clock here on Fan Run Radio. Congratulations. You have made it. The weekend is here. Let's do it. One more hour of the show. We got the slate headed your way next. We got the top 5 at 5. Brought to you by Knoxville Smiles headed your way right now. Walker Smith, what do you got?
Thank you. At number 1, top story of the day, President Donald Trump has directed members of his cabinet to develop a plan in the next month aimed at preserving college sports opportunities and preventing college athletes from becoming professionals. Trump's order sets out specific guidelines for preserving athletic scholarships based on the athletic department's annual revenue. It also declares that schools should not permit athletes to accept third-party /pay-for-play payments. The order states that Secretary of Education Linda McMahon should use future federal funding decisions, among other tools, to force schools to abide by the administration's policy.
Are they trying to get rid of the Department of Education? Is that another?
There's
yes, they are.
Some sort of situation like that.
Redesign it, I believe.
Yeah.
They're saying.
So how's she going to enforce? I don't know, man. I don't want to get too far down the roads. You let the politicians start weighing in on this. Nothing's going to get better, no matter what side of the aisle they're on.
No.
But it doesn't sound like the experts think this is going to change much. So.
Well, yeah, and it just feels like he's trying to do something going in the opposite direction than what it's been going in the past 3 years with all the litigation that's already happened.
And just since it's his idea, that's half of them are out already.
Yeah.
Yeah. True.
At number 2, there's been more Boo Carter updates this afternoon. According to sources on social media, Josh Heupel will clarify the situation on Tuesday, July 29th, a day before fall camp begins on July 30th. It has also been reported that Carter has switched agents to Omar Cooper, who also represented lottery pick Haley.
Oh, you clarify this is a Facebook post that we believe is Boo Carter's dad, although I'm not 100% sure on that. It says that Heupel will address the situation on Tuesday at his press conference, provide clarity on the situation. And without saying it flat out, it seemed to indicate that he thinks Boo's going to be back with the team.
So his new agent is
Omar Cooper.
Yeah, Sharif Cooper's dad from Auburn, right?
Yes. Represented Sharif Cooper, which did not go well for him.
Probably a bad idea to represent the family member.
Yeah. As we saw with Nico.
There's still a couple of those guys in the league, in different sports leagues that don't have agents that negotiate their own contracts.
I think Lamar Jackson is that way. I think it's his mom who's his main representation, but he negotiates most of the stuff.
And he seemed to get a good deal.
Yeah, great deal.
Yeah,
Bet on himself at great personal risk, and it worked out for him. He got a max deal.
Well, his mom's also, I've seen interviews, she's fairly sharp. Yeah.
Mhm.
She knows what she's doing.
I don't know that Boo's getting that kind of help behind the scenes.
Not from this guy.
Not saying anything.
Well, there's a common thread between guys that and that come here and play big time and go on to the NFL with like their families. A lot of times, the most stable guys come from stable upbringings.
It matters.
It does. At number 3, in his first public comments since his tumultuous transfer from Tennessee to UCLA in April, Bruins quarterback Nico Iamaleava said... Sorry.
Who? Doesn't ring a bell.
Don't
Nico
know.
Iamaleava, what? I'm sorry, Walker. Go ahead.
Ema, I'm going to leave you.
You're good. Said Thursday that the decision to leave the Volunteers was, quote, one of the hardest decisions I have ever had to make in my life. My driving factor to come back home was my family, and I hope every Tennessee fan understands that. Iamaleava said at Big Ten Media Days, quote, it was just a lot of drama, but man, I'm excited to be at UCLA. Iamaleava made multiple references to false reports about him while at Tennessee that centered on him and his representation wanting higher NIL compensation.
Well, I mean, here's the only problem with that. You weren't that far from your family. It was about a 10 to 15-minute drive because they all lived here in a gigantic $1 million house over in Millionaire area, West Knoxville.
I will say, though.
Tell the truth. I mean, come on. It's an honest Friday, Nico.
I will say that when he says the driving factor was his family, his dad was the one that was trying to make the
That's a good point,
deals.
Walker.
Well, what would the truth be in this matter? You don't want to admit that. I overplayed my hand. I tried to. My dad, freak. He still runs my life, even though I'm almost a grown. And he tried to NIL. For more money, so I ended up playing at a lesser school, a worse team, for less money. You're not gonna say that.
No.
Just massive financial hit he took.
Mm-hmm. He knows that.
Everything's so much more expensive here in California.
It's taxed.
Well, I mean,
all
if you
the
look at
chicks
his
have hairy
salary,
armpits. It's traffic. It's awful.
I mean, Haji, you know better than it. You live out that way. How much house you getting out there in LA for about $600,000?
Nah, 2-bedroom, 1 bath in downtown or something.
You're not living in a luxury loft with a track hawk in the driveway.
$1 million. Not
more, man.
The only good thing about the LA is the weather. The people are horrible. The traffic's horrible.
The weather's incredible.
Weather's unbeatable. At number 4, 5-star running back and Tennessee target Savion Hyder has set a commitment date for August 19th. Hyder will be picking between the Vols, Michigan, Ohio State, and Georgia. The 5'11", 200-pound player out of Louisa County High School in Mineral, Virginia, is a number 8 overall player in the Rivals industry rankings for the 2026 class. He is the number 1 running back in the country and the number 1 overall player in the state of Virginia.
And Haji, you were making a good point during one of the breaks. You're talking about these running backs and the production that Tennessee's gotten from guys who weren't nearly as highly touted as this player. And if you're Heupel, it's like, look, our system just produces big numbers for running backs. And if we were able to take Jalen Wright, 3-star, turn him into what we turned him into. Dylan Sampson, 3-star, turn him what we turned him into. Imagine what a guy like you can do in this system.
2 Heismans.
Who Heisman?
statue, a street named after you.
Heisman
All
Hyder.
the record books. And they'll name a
Herr Hyder.
Heisman Hyder has a ring to it.
Let's take Gene McEver's name off something and put it
Whoa,
on. give him
whoa,
that
whoa,
name.
whoa, whoa,
I knew that'd get you. I knew that'd get you, Bear.
The big Gene McEver guy, Bear.
I just know that I've been hearing his name my entire life. It's spoken with reverence.
You don't want to see him.
No.
In any
Beatty
way
Feathers,
dismissed.
Gene McEvers. Or some of the other
Caffago,
old
baby.
names. Caffago.
Caffago.
Yeah.
The General.
Caffago was really in our lifetime, though, right? Because he was a coach with Johnny and special teams, and he
Even Russell
hated
was in-
Vanderbilt.
Yeah. There's nobody hated Vanderbilt more than him.
At number 5, a South Carolina woman whose husband forgot to buy her lottery tickets made her own trip to the store and ended up winning $500,000.
Oh. Did you go share it with him?
The upstate woman told South Carolina education lottery officials she made a trip to the 357 Ready Mart in Lehman because her husband had forgotten to buy the lottery tickets she requested. The first 2 Money Madness extra play tickets weren't winners, but the third earned her $500,000.
I would have kept that secret from him for blowing that, and then had you'll hear from my lawyer.
It's pretty wild. I saw a story where a clerk scanned this lady's ticket, and she could hear that it was a winner. And he opened up the register and gave her $500, but then he wouldn't give her back the receipt and didn't say anything else. And then she called the lottery, and it was like a jackpot winner that this clerk tried to steal from her.
Ugh.
Wouldn't give her back the ticket or the receipt showing what the payout on it was.
Dirty business.
Yeah. She immediately became suspicious and demanded her ticket back.
You have to.
You got your money. Is that it?
That is it.
Well done, Walker. That is the top 5 at 5, brought to you by Knoxville Smiles, local dentistry done right. It's where I've been going for all my dental work the past couple of years. Do great work over there. Really pleased with every experience I've had with Knoxville Smiles, and highly urge you to go and get your next dental cleaning done there as well. They're in West Knoxville, South Peters Road. You can call them today at 865-539-1776. You can visit their website, knoxvillesmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles. Setting up a big third and final hour. We'll see if we can nail the dismount here for you. Obviously, it feels like the Boo Carter thing it's coming to a head. Resolution one way or the other. We have a poll in the field today. Hot question for those of you just joining us. If you're Josh Heupel, what do you do with Boo at this point? Cut him or keep him?
There's going to be a lot more keep votes. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, it's
coming
gonna,
in
it's gonna
now.
start moving.
Yeah.
488 votes cast. 56% say keep him. 44% say cut him.
His dad wouldn't say anything if they were cutting him, right? Because he would just be, we're out of here. That's the clue I get out of it is he's going to clear the air and tell everybody what's going on. That means he's staying. Yeah, I think so.
BK Vols says, I say keep him on the roster and suspend him. Dr. Gordon says you try to keep him if he will be willing to become a part of the team and not try to be bigger than everyone else. If he wants to be a prima donna, then cut ties. Locker room poison isn't worth one player's talent.
True.
Drew says he hasn't told Heupel where he has been for the past week and isn't even directly talking to Heupel either. The fact that we are giving this guy a chance to come back is weak. So a lot of differing opinions on the Boo Carter topic here this afternoon. 865-966-3435, your number to get on the show here this afternoon.
Our special teams will be weak without him, though.
Yeah, that's a good. I mean, they've taken the kickoff out of college football. I don't really worry about that one because it seems like we're in love with the fair catch anyway. But D. Williams was a game changer at punt returner back in 2023.
He had one last year, didn't he?
Well, he wasn't. He was gone last year. We split it up. It was McCoy for a little bit, Squirrel for a little bit, and then it was confusing because they were both wearing the same number and they looked the same. So there was a while where we didn't know who was returning
kicks.
Yeah, then I think they let Boo return it towards the end of the year.
They did, and then I feel like he did something very Boo-like. catch it in traffic or something. I thought then we didn't see him again and it was somebody else.
There were a couple of guys. I mean, punt returner's a weapon. It feels like there are probably a couple of other guys that we could turn loose at that position as well.
Mm-hmm. And I just remember, I believe it was 2023 or 24, the game against Texas A&M at home. It turned on that punt return for a touchdown in a game that looked like it was going nowhere for the entire time. We get that short punt return for a TD and kind of took it away from there. That's how important the special teams can be. Like in games where there is no scoring on either side, special teams field position is where it's won, and having an elite guy back there is extremely important.
Brooklyn says, longtime listener, first-time texter, if Boo leaves, does that change your record prediction from the beginning of the year with Nico to now if we lose both Boo and Nico?
I think it could swing at least one game, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, if we had Nico too, if that whole thing had never happened,
that would be
and this whole thing had never happened, I'd probably be right there around 10-2 again. Thinking,
10-2, maybe 11-1 if things went right, and maybe 9-3 if things didn't go right.
9.5 would be the total instead of 8.5.
But if we just end up losing Boo, I don't know that changes my overall record prediction. Is it for you?
I do think he could win a game.
Okay.
He could flip a game with a punt return. I really do.
Interesting.
Because the defense is going to keep us in most games.
Yeah.
Even
well, that's the thing. I mean, is with Boo and Nico, it's basically the same team as last year. It's like, yeah, you lose some receivers, but not a ton of productivity.
I mean, if he flips the field a couple times against Georgia, I mean, that's going to at least drag the game into the fourth quarter, I think.
Yes. All right, let's get some phone calls going here. You want to chime in? A couple lines available, 865-966-3435. Your number to get on board, 966-3435. Call or text to the drive this afternoon. Coming up, we'll find out who's on the docket. More Fan Run Radio headed your way next. Stay with us.
The Drive.
Take Fan Run Radio with you on the all-new Fan Run app. Just search for Fan Run Radio.
Hey, check out that article I just sent you. It's hysterical looking.
Game day or party at a friend's house? Bring an iced tea or lemonade variety pack from Surfside, or try their green tea and new raspberry tea vodka. Find the can with the sunset stripes this season. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sunshine in a can. Must be 21 or older. Enjoy responsibly.
Where are the best ribs in the Volunteer State? Rickard Ridge. Who has the best barbecue catering packages in East Tennessee? Rickard Ridge. And where is the most beautiful setting to enjoy a meal with family and friends? Rickard Ridge. Rickard Ridge Barbecue. Just a quick ride up I-75, take exit 134, hang a right, and Rickard Ridge is on your left, just inside Cove Lake State Park.
Ready to launch your career? Axle Logistics is a leading third-party logistics company where excellence is an energy. With an award-winning culture, Axle proves that positive outcomes come from a positive environment and a work hard, play hard mentality. At Axle, the drive for success is infectious. And with an uncapped commission structure, hard work isn't just noticed, it's rewarded. For those with big goals and even bigger dreams, Axle Logistics is the place to start your career.
Yee-haw! I've been hooting and hollering ever since I started betting with the VIP Play app. VIP Play has more than 200 leagues, every bet type you can imagine, live betting and live hosts, all with 24/7 support from real live people when you need them. Start betting better with the VIP Play app today.
Don't be a better, be a better with VIP Play today.
Download VIP Play today or head to VIPPlayApp.com. Make sure you use the promo code FANRUN to take advantage of their welcome bonus and so they know that we sent you. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-8899-789. Must be 21 or older and located in Tennessee to bet.
Are you looking for a treat that will knock it out of the park at the next watch party? Just like your favorite baseball team, Crumble brings the best lineup week to week with an expanded roster that includes key lime pie, strawberry cake, or my personal favorite, let Crumble treat you to the best cookies in the game. Download the Crumble app and start earning rewards. You can even vote monthly on what flavors you would like to see at any store of your choice. Warmer weather is here, so get to the ballpark, but don't miss the cookies.
Good afternoon. A couple of racks still being cleared up out here. It's heavy, where you would expect over here at 275, especially northbound at High School, going outbound Broadway's crowded through Fountain City on out towards the Halls area. West Knoxville traffic's doing what it normally does for a Friday. Heavy traffic, you name it, we've seen it out here. I-40, especially around Pillsbury Parkway. TDOT's been really active, helping out a lot of motorists this afternoon. Fountain City Jewelers, your diamond engagement ring headquarters. Go see Mark Enix this weekend at Fountain City Jewelers, right next to Litton's. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
We have a couple of follow-ups here for you. Excuse me. You remember the new Nissan Stadium thing, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
After declaring their investigation complete, the Metro Nashville Police Department said that no charges are anticipated to result from the investigation. MNPD cited a lack of eyewitnesses and probable cause as part of why no charges were filed.
Well, it makes sense.
I guess we sweep that one under the rug and go back to building new Nissan Stadium.
Guess so.
Meanwhile, Brian Kohberger got under the skin of at least one of his fellow prisoners while in jail, according to a neighboring inmate who told authorities what the convicted killers like behind bars. This is the guy that went in and stabbed up the house in Idaho.
Yeah, he's being housed at IMSI now, isn't he?
Yeah, inmate said that he is housed next to Kohberger for about a month, and while he described the convicted killer as, quote, highly intelligent and polite for the most part, he said that Kohberger had habits that quickly became annoying. According to the inmate, Kohberger's irritating habits include washing his hands dozens of times each day and spending 45 minutes to an hour in the shower. I'm again, no criminal mastermind here, but based off what I've heard about prison showers, that would be a very quick in-out type situation.
I don't know where he was being housed at, but I saw a thing on the news like what his living conditions. He gets at most 3 showers a week. He'll be in solitary 23 hours a day.
He's trying to wash his hands from that murder rampage you went on.
This is
horrific.
This place they're sending him to is rated as one of the most dangerous, worst prisons in America.
But yeah, there's got to be an over/under on his
you get
lifespan.
Yeah, a lot of people, a lot of guys go in that place, and usually they come out in a box.
They said he would also be up almost all night and napped during the day, which bugged his neighboring roommate who could hear him moving around during the late hours.
Oh, he's pissing everybody off already.
I mean, he'll have no. Yeah.
I listened to the impact statement as long as I could. The family just hurt, horrible. This guy. And he didn't say, I won't say anything. I'll just pass. Say anything. No remorse. No nothing. Psychopath. Whatever. You know what he is.
The more I hear about him, the more I don't care for him.
Not a fan?
No. Beginning to think he might be a bit of a rotten apple. All right, that is the docket here on Fan Run Radio. John Hodge sitting in studio with us here this afternoon. Haji, people, your picks, fantastic, 66% on the right sides. I'm even giving serious consideration just to betting those. And only right sides this fall. See, I would have done a lot better last year if I'd stuck to the fun in that.
It takes a lot of discipline.
It does, yes. What we're known for here on the drive.
You're more disciplined than I am.
But you're looking to expand your game a little bit, some more opportunities to interact with listeners and for folks to jump in and have access to your wealth of knowledge and information.
Yeah, that's basically what I want to do is make everybody betters and share the wealth, so to speak. I'm not never sold a pick in my life, never would. We don't do that. But what I'm doing is I'm doing a subscription model where we'll do some live betting every Saturday. So anybody in the chat can come in and just interact with that. That'll be all day long on Saturdays. First access to the Cover Boys episode. So if you want to get in and catch those Friday, maybe earlier, who knows, not one thing, but all the tips and trends that I've used and strategies that I look at, and they apply week to week. There's always some trends that apply to that. Many things that I've done over the years. I've been doing this 40 years, and I've got a lot of information that I use and just plug in. You know about our, what do you call them? Auto plays.
Yeah.
That are just
your theories.
That's what they are. I don't have, it takes all the guesswork out for me. I just say that this is the one I'm betting it no matter what. I may win, I may lose, but it's one of those that I'm always going to play those out there. I got line sheets color coded for the times, so you can know which games are
I've
coming
seen
up.
your charts, man. I mean, it's like, I can only imagine it's probably similar to what Oppenheimer was working with out there at Los Alamos in the desert. Just
I go through a lot of
that sort of thing.
Mechanical pencils doing these things.
I have a level of expertise and I have a level of information that nobody else has.
I got a spreadsheet I'm going to let everybody have access to. NFL same game parlays, player props. That's always a lot of fun. That's Thursday and Sunday and Monday. And plus, anybody that joins the group will have get shares of any contest winnings. I mentioned that when you were out of town, Russ. There's the Westgate Superbook has a college contest they brought back. It's $500 per roster for the year, so not too expensive. You pick 7 players each week against the spread, no totals, and the top 10 finishers are in the money. They pay out 100% payout. They don't rake anything. 40% to the winner. I'm sure they're expecting at least $1 million at this point to be in the pool. So that'd be 400 grand for the winner. So if we can get that far, I just wanted to see how I hold up against the best in the business out there. So
Yeah.
it's a challenge to myself, for if nothing else. But I'm going to go out there in a couple weeks and enter this thing. You got to do it in person and then use a proxy that you just send them the picks and they turn them in for you every Friday. So if anybody else wants to join one of those, I guess DM me on Twitter, Johnny Haji with IE on the end, or send me an email, realdesertdog@gmail.com, and I'll give you the scoop. And we'll have a whole lot of fun this fall.
There you go.
Winning some money.
Hit up the Sheik. You guys see this story about the Memphis player that
Yes.
sent the Tigers playbook to UTSA, UT San Antonio's quarterback after he got kicked off the team?
Yeah, I was
middle of the season last year.
I was listening to somebody on a podcast. They were talking about it on the way over here today. It's pretty wild.
So the player, his name is Taj Rael. He's a Memphis defensive back last year, gets kicked off the team in the middle of the season. And so he sends the Memphis defensive playbook to Owen McCown, who is the quarterback at UTSA. I believe that is from the McCown quarterbacking family. And they said that the first story out of Memphis said that the Memphis players after that game said every check we had, UTSA had a check for that. And they ended up winning it. It was a shootout. It was like 45-35, something like that.
Really? I mean,
UTSA won.
Memphis was having a great year, and they were kind of on the periphery of being that group of 5 team, weren't they?
Yeah, they were.
They were like 9-1 at that point.
Yeah, the problem was they beat Florida State and then had to play Navy the next week, and Navy got them. And Navy was in the hunt for that till the very end, right? But the interesting part about that schedule would be great if they played each other. This year they don't play each other, Memphis and UTSA. And I've got those two as another, and Navy as possible group of 5 teams to get in there. Boise, the clear favorite. They're 2-1. Navy's 18-1. Memphis is plus 920, so 9-1 on Memphis being the Group of 5 representative. USF plays Boise that first game.
What's Tulane's number, especially since they just got that quarterback?
Yeah, I wonder how that's received. Is he going to be ready to go as the starter, you think?
I would assume so. I mean, he's got to be better than what they have there.
I think he's going there just to enjoy the fine
Exactly.
Cajun cuisine.
I mean, what is he? He's a grad transfer, is that right? When we talked about it yesterday?
Yes.
So he's going there to play.
Yeah, Jake Ratzlaff,
Yeah.
from BYU. Yeah. So probably, I don't know. I don't have that number in front of me. I'll get it here in a second for you, though. But USF is only a 9.5-point dog at home to Boise. And that seems low to me. Boise, the clear Group of 5 winner, but it's hard to follow up a year. Just like forget what you saw last year sometimes. I've got one for you here, guys, though, for win total. Purdue, their win total's 3.5, and they're going to win their first 2 games, and then they're going to be an underdog and possibly double-digit underdog in a lot of games the rest
Their
of the way.
over-under is what now?
3.5. And
3.5?
3.5.
Purdue?
Yeah. They
Boy,
play
they fall off.
They play Ball State first game. They're one of the worst teams in the MAC, and then Southern Illinois. So they're going to be 2-0, and their unders, their total might go to 4.5, but it'll certainly, I'll take under 3.5 still. Whatever the odds are, their odds are going to go down, obviously, when they're 2-0. So that's one I'm going to when Purdue's as 2-0, I'm going to bet they're under.
Who's coaching
Pretty
them
hard.
now? The Ryan Walter guy. That was awful.
Yeah, they let's see, Barry Odom. Barry Odom. He's got a new.
How about that?
A lot of defectors. The only good players they
Blast
have.
from the past.
They returned-
Barry Odom.
Yeah.
Well, they had success. You know, when I think of Purdue football, I think of Joe Tiller. I think of
Drew Brees.
Drew Brees, obviously, and who was the big fat guy offensive coordinator we had for a long time? Jim Chaney was there for a minute,
Cheetos.
and then Braun. Right?
Yeah.
I think offense. Like if you're Purdue football, you want spread, throw it around the yard offense. They hire a defensive guy in Ryan Walter. It was terrible, and so they go right back to defense with Barry Odom. And I think Barry Odom is a fine coach. I'm just saying, like Purdue, are you not paying attention to what style of coach works for you guys?
Yeah.
I don't see that working out, but
They have 3 offensive starters returning, 5 defense, a total of 16 returning. Letterman.
that's how you get 3.5 wins.
Yes. Yeah. Stanford's another one. Same thing. They're going to have trouble winning 3 games, and they're 3.5 as well. Like those unders.
Yeah.
Yeah. Syracuse 5.5. There's news for you. You're not worried about Syracuse. That number, by the way, opened at 12.5. Tennessee, we are now 14.5 or 14.
It's gone up 2
in most
points?
places. Yeah.
Wow.
Based on what?
They're not very good. They're just not very good.
I guess that would mean there's 2 points of action in the last month since those lines came out on Tennessee, or did they just adjust it based on some other stuff?
They'd have to go 6-0. They lose Kyle McCord, their top 3 receivers, 4 offensive linemen, 2-time 1,000-yard running back. They're going to be double-digit dogs in 6 or road or neutral games, counting ours. So they're going to lose all 6 of those. That means they have to run the table at home. Duke, Pitt, UNC, Boston College, UConn, Colgate at home. So they're going to have trouble with probably Duke and Pitt and maybe even UNC. But Syracuse under 5.5. Tennessee lay the 14 in week 1.
Yeah, you would hope so.
They better.
What do you think about the Vols 8.5 number?
Well, you could easily see how they could lose to Alabama and Georgia and Florida, right? Because we lose to Florida down there. And then
had to put it like that.
That's still 9-3. The problem is we always lose when we shouldn't.
Yes.
Right? Purdue, South Carolina, Arkansas.
Mhm.
You're not going to let Arkansas get you.
Mississippi
Oklahoma,
State.
John
Oklahoma.
Mateer is the next thing.
That's the one I'm
Cam
highlighting.
Ward. Pete, Phil Steele's got them going to the playoff, Oklahoma.
There's a lot of people that are hyping up Oklahoma all of a sudden.
We'll see.
So I'm worried about that game.
Worried?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, a lot.
I mean, they are Oklahoma, but I mean, has Brent Venables gotten better?
Well, they were one of those teams ahead of us in the blue chip ratio. I mean, it's well over 60% of their roster is comprised of 4- and 5-star players.
Yeah. We had the argument a couple weeks ago where it's like, I know you guys are worried about going to Mississippi State. And I still think Mississippi State doesn't have enough talent to beat us, even if we're on the road. And Oklahoma does have enough talent to walk into Neyland and potentially beat us, depending on how we look through the first half of the season going into that game. So that's just where my head goes to.
Mississippi State is 2-13-1 against the spread at home the last 2 years.
Well, we were fortunate last year against Oklahoma, if we're being honest with ourselves, that their quarterback situation was such a mess.
Yes. Yeah. They were 8th in the FPI top 25 to start the season last year, Oklahoma. Remember that? Everybody was kind of.
Yeah.
And I've got that in front of me right here, the top 25 FPI from June of last year, a year ago. And only 12 of the 25 finished in the rankings. So the FPI, Russ, I think you're a pretty big FPI guy. I'm going to talk you out of that this year. I'm going to say find another like a Vegas centered power rankings and look at those.
Do you have one that you like to use? Vegas?
I've got a couple. Steve Makinen is one. If you can search, it's Makinen. He does really good. Kelly Ford has some as well, and he's got some interesting content on Twitter right now. He's got one that's the most watchable games, the watchability.
Yeah, I saw you sent that to us. There's 2 10 out of 10 watchable games. One of them is week 1 with Texas and Ohio State.
Yeah, he's got them another way listed by week to week, so you can see what all the games are from week to week. But he's got Tennessee is in that list. About 6 Tennessee games are in the top 100. Believe it or not, Alabama is not the one.
It's the Florida game. It's at 21. Well, it's a 9.7 on his scale.
Yeah, Georgia was Georgia number 6? You have that in front of you? I can't see it on here.
Oh yeah, it is Georgia's at number 6 at a 9.9, and then it would go to the Florida game, and then the Alabama game is 50th.
Yeah, Georgia's the 21st most watchable game of the year. Georgia's the 6th most watchable game. 24 is Oklahoma, the most watchable.
Texas at Georgia, that'd be a humdinger.
That's number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Texas at Ohio State in week 1.
There you go, Russ. I've got Texas already bet.
I mean, 2 of the most watchable games, according to Kelly Ford, 2 of the 10 most watchable games are week 1.
Yeah.
Texas at Ohio State and LSU at Clemson.
Everybody's
that'll whet your appetite.
Who are you rooting for in those 2?
Clemson and Ohio State, I guess. I'll pull for SEC teams. I pull for Texas more than I would LSU.
Texas has the most expensive roster, and Ohio State had that last year.
I'd probably be more likely to pull for LSU than Texas.
Just because you're Dabo hatred?
Yeah, we don't
Dabo
have
hatred along with Texas not needing to get any kind of traction.
They just played. That was Texas's last game in the semifinals, and Ohio State beat them by 2 touchdowns, and that was a neutral field, right? This is back in Columbus, and Ohio State's only a 2.5-point favorite. It's Arch's 3rd start, but Julian Sayin is a redshirt freshman. He's going to be playing on the big stage in his first game. The pressure's all on him and Ohio State. Texas has been good out of the gate the last 3 years with Sark. They blew out the last year was Colorado State 52-0, and then they waxed Michigan on the road. They beat Alabama and Tuscaloosa as 7-point underdogs. They almost beat them the year before. They were 21-point dogs and lost by a point on that late field goal by Alabama. But he'll have them ready to play early, and they've got revenge already factor. So I just really like Texas. That's one I'll never get away from. I've already bet it. I'm sure I'll bet it again. I'll bet it live. If Ohio State scores, I'll bet Texas again. I really like Texas this year. They're in my Final Four.
Oh,
yeah.
I've got them, lose money.
I've actually got them beating Penn State. I have not bet that yet.
So you're buying the Penn State hype as well as the Texas hype.
Even though Drew Aller hasn't done it yet ever, and Franklin hadn't won a big game
I was
yet
going to say
ever.
Big Game James is the one I'm more worried about than their quarterback situation.
They bring back a starter who could have gone pro 2 years ago. McCarthy could have gone pro. He stayed, won the national title. Will Howard could have gone pro. He goes to Ohio State instead, wins the national title. Aller could have gone pro this year. He comes back. I like their chances. They return most of their team. They get Oregon at home. They go to Columbus. So there's your loss. But as we know, Ohio State lost and still won the whole thing. So 1 or 2 losses isn't going to kill you. I just think they're going to be there at the end, and anything can happen. But just a fan of Texas, and I believe Alabama is going to be around late in the season as well.
We got to take a quick break right here. It's our final timeout of the show. Speak now, forever hold your peace. 865-966-3435 if you want to get on one more segment with the Sheik to wrap things up when we continue right after this.
The Drive. 105.7 FM, 1340 AM. Online at fanrunradio.com and streaming on the free Fan Run Radio app. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game. Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
Citizens National Bank.
We make it easy to save money. Get access to thousands of discounts on shopping, dining, and travel with the CNB Plus Perks account. It's a powerful new way to save money with roadside assistance, cell phone protection, identity theft protection, and credit monitoring. Banking at CNB has its perks. Call or stop by a branch for more details.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
When it's past high noon, it's time for a vodka soda made with a vodka you've actually heard of. I'm talking White Claw vodka soda made with White Claw premium vodka. JB Smooth only drinks vodka soda made with the world's smoothest vodka.
And you can too. Pick you up a bottle of the triple wave filtered vodka that's been distilled 5 times. White Claw premium vodka comes in 4 flavors: black cherry, mango, pineapple, and just vodka. You haven't had vodka like this. No one has. White Claw premium vodka. Please drink responsibly.
Good afternoon. Busy on all the major outbound routes, crowded right now at Middlebrook Pike at Lenoxville. It's stop and go out here. Sections of Kingston Pike and the Bearden area. It's heavy now on 40 East and West, passing Pillsbury Parkway. No shortage of radar. I-40, especially out in Sevier County this afternoon. Hey, turn your gold and silver coins into cash this weekend. Where? Fountain City Jewelers, located in the heart of Fountain City, right next to Litton's. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
A discussion of the greatest golf movies with Bill Bender at last hour. I did not even realize this just came across my desk. 45 years ago today, Caddyshack hit theaters.
Oh,
thanks, Russ. I didn't feel old till then.
I saw it on HBO. I didn't see it in the theaters. A little too young.
Yeah, I lied. I felt old when I got here.
Couldn't
Daddy
in an
Shack
R-rated
turns
movie when it
45
came
today.
out.
I turn 45 next week.
Happy
How
birthday.
about that?
Monday, race fan.
Yeah. You don't have to get me anything.
I
It's
hope
no
you
big
get a
deal.
cheeseburger and a hot dog and some
Well,
onion
nothing
rings.
like it.
Thank you.
Well played, sir.
Thank you.
Dude was second knuckle deep in his nose. I don't know what's some the Happy Gilmore ones you really can't say. Some of them-
Right.
You eat pieces of bleep for breakfast?
the whole Bob Barker.
I saw the Bob
Price
Barker-
is wrong, Bob.
Yeah. I saw a little documentary about the perfect bidder. I don't know if you've seen that on YouTube. It's less than an hour, but this guy memorized every price of every prize, and he would start yelling from the audience, and everybody would start winning.
No, there's a whole documentary on a guy that had this. He watched. It was scientific the way he broke it down. He knew the price to everything.
Yeah,
and he got on and he won the double showdown.
Oh, it was one of his guys. Yeah, it was another one of this guy, and he knew each other, and he nailed the showcase.
Like he's not allowed to participate anymore. Yeah.
There's a movie coming out sometime this year about a guy who gamed the system on a different game
it's
show.
called Pressure Luck.
Pressure Luck. I saw that.
Yeah,
That's a good
he
one,
figured
too.
it out. That
There's a
he was a
timing
really
thing.
strange dude. I love the actor that's playing him. He looks
Yes.
enough like him.
He used the guy from that Blackbird series on Apple about the serial killer. That's really
Yeah,
good.
that guy's a great actor.
He also played. Who was the guy who was falsely accused of the Olympic?
Richard Jewell.
Richard
Yeah.
Jewell. He was in that movie.
He's a great character, and I have no idea of his name, but he's an incredible character actor.
I have a feeling he's just at the beginning. I think he's going to be in a bunch of really good movies
Yeah.
the next 10 years or so.
I never realized that the guy from The Office really was in the Grassroots for real.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that either.
Yeah, Creed Bratton.
Hey, guys, before we get out of here, we've got a new boomer, and this might be the dumbest one yet.
Oh, I'm here for it. Let's hit it.
All right, let's go to the breaking news desk for more boomers.
You should have made some boomer music.
So Mama Boo's weighed in again.
She's a pistol.
Yep. 2 hours ago on Facebook, quote, I got my first 3 games fits getting made. Y'all help me with some ideas.
He's coming back
with open arms.
He's coming back.
Well, he's going to play somewhere. It doesn't necessarily mean he's going to play here.
Oh, no.
He's
Mama
coming
Boo looks
back.
good in orange and white. Get on back in here.
Well, I guess you would. The outfits would be in orange and white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not going to get a.
She goes all out with her outfits. Now I give her that.
Colorado is
Like,
not
I
orange
mean,
and white.
like the caller TR approves. She wears her orange proudly.
Ashley Schaefer, Vol fan, says, I can't stress enough how little I care about any individual player. I just want the team to win games. If they need Boo to win games, keep him. If they don't, cut him. He's going for the just complete fatalistic approach to this.
Win at all costs.
Ashley slowly, he's never really remember what was the last time we talked to him? I remember his call after the Ohio State debacle. Wasn't good, Bob.
Yeah, he cursed us all out. It was very hurtful.
And himself, I
Things
think.
that
he was apoplectic.
I haven't listened to that one. That might be a good. I usually go back and listen to a voluntary
Yeah.
reaction or two before the season. I might have to go and treat myself to the Ohio State meltdown.
It was a damn conflagration.
Oh man.
I'll tell you that. The dumpster fire that night.
Alabama game for the highs, and then that to remind myself of. I mean, we're not going undefeated this year, right? We're going to drink the keg of spirit at some point.
Oh, the Florida win was pretty fun.
Yes.
I mean, there's something about Florida.
Oklahoma was fun.
We beat Florida less than probably even Alabama or Georgia. Going back to.
I remember the Florida just feeling a sense of relief. Like, oh my God, why did it have to be that hard?
We just got to hold serve at home against them. That's all I want. Just protect our house from these. And that's why I really know the deck's stacked against us, but I'd really love to see us beat the Bulldogs this year.
There was a couple of Florida players that said that was the best atmosphere they'd ever been in, was that game against us.
Dorkwitz said we had the worst visitors dressing room. And I mean, I've been in it. He's probably not lying. I haven't been in any others, but I don't
Very
think,
Spartan down there.
I don't think they've ever updated it since the Nixon administration.
He said something outrageous this week, and I won't call it. I won't recall it now.
The 30-team
Drunkwitz-
playoff. Let's have a 30-team playoff.
I don't even think that was it.
Said something dumber than that.
I mean, he says dumb stuff every day.
He's trying to find
Brad
a number
Pitt.
where they can fit in, I guess, right?
Like Brad Pitt once a time in
I'm not.
Hollywood. Nah, it was dumber than that.
I'm bearish on
I'm
Missouri.
the devil. Come here to do the devil's business. Nah, it's dumber than that.
South Carolina's a popular pick to make the playoff. No.
Speaking of dumb, do we have time to this audio? Did you guys hear this? Davey sent us this
I haven't heard it.
from. Where did he send it to? Great radio, compelling. Russell, you're nailing it right now, buddy.
You sent it in the group with me and you and him.
With me and you and him. Now I'm looking at it and it's not there anymore.
The unsend it? What was the video? What was the audio about?
The audio of the guy at it's not in there anymore. Did he unsend it? Dave Aranda.
Oh no, it's right here. It's in the other one.
Can you redneck radio it for us?
Absolutely.
So I don't even really know what Dave Aranda, the head coach at Baylor, is talking about, but he makes a couple of interesting pop culture references. Here is Dave Aranda today at Big 12 Media Days.
There's a scene in The Wolf of Wall Street where they're talking about throwing midgets, and it's like, hey, this midget, can he roll there? And he go, no, he doesn't roll. You throw him. You know what I mean? And they're made for throwing. And then after a while, they start talking, and they go, well, you know what? I think if you start talking, they may think they know we're making fun of them. The midgets may think we're making fun of them. So then I'm going to start, they may get mad at us. And then the guys go, well, what we need to do is make them think they're one of us. And they go, one of us, one of us. And I think that's the thing with coaching, call it recruiting, is it's that way. They talk about acquiring players, getting rid of players, just like that. And the whole thing underneath all that is they make them think they're one of us. You know what I mean? And it's like, but I don't know. Do you have to do that to win? That sucks. Yeah.
What the hell is he talking about, Walker? Can you translate that for me?
I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea. I know what he's referencing in the movie, in the scene. I don't know how in the
midget toss.
I'll tell you what I know. I know that we've just discovered DR Vol's new favorite coach.
Or least favorite, depending on how you look at it.
Mm-hmm.
You got to get close to him to throw him. So,
well, speak of the devil, let's get DR Vol in here before we have to make way for the slate coming up next on many of these fan run affiliates. DR, what you got?
Yeah, I'm like Beetlejuice. You say midget enough, I'm going to call in. Russ, I was talking to Bear about Westerns, and I hate that I didn't mention this yesterday. Hell on Wheels. It's not a movie, but it's a TV show. But I know
It's
Bear's
elite.
seen it.
It's an elite Western. 5 seasons, 5 or 6.
I couldn't make it through the first episode.
That's crazy because that may be the greatest opening scene of any television series ever. Tell me about
most
Meridian,
accurate thing.
son.
The Mormons come into play. I mean, they were horrible people. My God.
I mean, everybody was violent back then on all sides.
What was the one that was out earlier this year with Tim Riggins, where it's the Mormons?
Evil.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
You like that
Great
one.
show.
It was pretty good.
If you'd hung in there with Hell on Wheels, it was getting ready to get about that violent.
But didn't American Primeval kind of remind you of that season on Hell on Wheels, Bear?
Yeah, it did. So my favorite character was always the Swede, DR.
Oh, that's one of the best villains.
Thor Gunderson.
Ever. And now, as far as Dave Aranda, man, that made me think when I was at the Grand Canyon, I ran into one in the gift shop. So I'm with Dave Aranda. Do what?
You met Dave Aranda.
You ran into one.
One
You
ran
ran
into
into
a little person?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Panic. And, Dave Aranda was talking about throwing midgets. I wanted to throw that one into the canyon. Have a good day, guys.
You got issues, man. I mean, I love you and all. Never turn my back on you. But you've got some, and that's coming from me.
We've got little people who listen to this show, DR. I mean, does the word inclusive mean anything to you? You monster?
It's terrible.
I watched another elite Western last night.
I watched one last night too. What'd you see?
I watched There Will Be Blood for the first time.
That's interesting. Because first of all, that's a great.
It was so good.
Film. I watched The Power of the Dog.
Really?
On Netflix. Tie-in The Power of the Dog, and like I knew it reminded me of There Will Be Blood. The soundtrack was done by Johnny Greenwood, the guy from Radiohead.
Okay.
Who also did There Will Be Blood. And it's got that really.
I never knew he did the soundtracks.
It's got a really dark, twisted soundtrack that really adds a lot to the movie.
It's a thriller soundtrack, just about.
Power of the Dog's nowhere near as good as There Will Be Blood. There was this whole.
I've abandoned my boy.
I can't think. I'll just say it. Homoerotic tension at the core of Power of the Dog. It was just kind of weird.
Yeah.
But it had its moments, I guess. But yeah, There Will Be Blood is just fantastic.
I forgot all about the Westerns because I was going to watch No Country for Old Men.
Yep.
But I ended up watching a Randy Rhoads documentary. Spoiler alert. Not a happy ending. Yeah. 22.
No, I was looking for a good Western, settled on Power of the Dog. Wouldn't recommend, wouldn't not recommend. It was okay.
Is it as bad as Brokeback Mountain?
I never saw that one.
I haven't seen that
one. It wasn't that level. I mean, it was more implied.
Wasn't just overt.
Barry, have you heard the song with Willie? Willie sang about Brokeback Mountain? Good song. Not suitable for airwaves, but
the Willie Nelson song.
Willie Nelson, yeah.
Ain't from the soundtrack?
Ain't going down on Brokeback Mountain. No, it's a song. Yeah.
Oh.
About being a cowboy.
Jeez.
Oh, gee.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys.
Oh, man.
The Sheik. Show out the Twitter handle again.
Johnny Haji ends in IE.
Go find
Cover
him,
Boys
folks.
drops in 4 weeks.
Hey.
There'll be something else before that.
We're back, baby.
It is football time.
All right, y'all have a great weekend. We'll do it again Monday here on Fan Run Radio.
The Drive. Rickard Ridge Barbecue. It's more than just dinner, it's a destination. Hey, this is Russell Smith, and whenever somebody asks me for a barbecue recommendation, I always tell them to take the quick drive up I-75 and visit Rickard Ridge Barbecue. Rickard Ridge is about a 20-minute drive up I-75 from downtown Knoxville. Just take exit 134 in Caryville, hang a right, and Rickard Ridge is tucked just inside Cove Lake State Park on your left. You can't miss it. Fall off the bone Memphis-style baby back ribs, slow-smoked chicken thighs, fresh, juicy, hand-cut steaks. Rickard Ridge has it all. And this ain't no Yankee chain store fly-by-night operation either.